are so nuts.
This is
Boys.
watermelon hail.
Welcome in, everyone. Doesn't look like it may not be on the ground right now, so Dick Worsham. Dude, I just can't with that name.
Oh!
10,000. 10,001. 2. It just keeps going. It's like a clock.
We'll be starting shortly, everyone. How are you doing tonight, Phoenix of the Gods? Mason! Wow!
Oh my. Not what I was expecting.
Oh, mama! Looks like it's starting to rope out a little bit, Edgar. This is crazy.
Wow! Look at that!
At Angela Hones 927 super chatted $6.78. Well done, guys. Love
I
from
can't
Milford.
even with this right now, guys. Like, what is this? Brad is out front. Brad is taking a strong lead. Here comes number 7, right on the side. Number 1.
Oh, mama.
We're making a push. Number 7. Oh my God! Number 1 is going down to the end. Oh my goodness!
Who's ready? Who is ready?
Oh my God, dude.
Like, oh, okay, here we go.
Hey, who's this girl in the back, bro? She's just sitting here, just hadn't said a dang word, just staring at us.
That's my girlfriend.
Oh.
Babe, hold your mic back.
Welcome in, everyone. We've got an unbelievable show for you today. We're going to have Cappucci. We're going to have Andrew Brady, the founder of Stormnet, and we are tracking tornado warnings across the Midwest. This is the Big Weather Show. I am meteorologist Stormcat 5, and the Big Weather Show starts right now.
The following program is a production of the Storm Front Freaks Network.
Where am I? What is this place? It's so dark. Oh, what is that sound? Ah! This is the Big Weather Show! Oh! I'm your host, Stormcat 5. That is absolutely insane. We're going to talk about the biggest stories in weather. That is a massive debris ball. And who knows what we're going to say. Was that Lactatia?
It's Letitia.
So strap in, buckle up. The Big Weather Show starts in 10. Count it down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now. Oh my. Oh no. It's not working. Here we are. Welcome into the Big Weather Show, everyone. The top story right now is this. We've got tornado warnings that have sprung up across the Midwest, and we are getting some breaking news in the studio right now. Oh, mama. Here it is. We've got a total right now of 6 6, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tornado warnings across 2 different states. We've got one cluster here in South Dakota. We've got another cluster here in Wisconsin. Both of these we have had confirmed tornadoes from, so heads up, South Dakota, Wisconsin, big time tornadoes. Well, I don't want to say big time tornadoes, but big time risk ongoing right now. Let's take a look at our tornadoes right now. What do we have? We have multiple tornado warnings. Let's start with the ones also. Actually, did we just get one in Iowa? No, we don't. We do not have one in Iowa. Let's take a look at this one near Madison, Wisconsin. We've got a couple of tornado warnings right now to the west of Madison. This storm is actually coming towards you as we speak. So heads up, Madison, Wisconsin. Guys, do me a favor really quickly. I'm just going to put this up on the stream. I want to hear from you. Go ahead and put your location. So scan this QR code. This will tell me if we have anyone in the path of danger. So I'm going to go ahead and put this link in the chat right now. Mods, just go ahead and save this link so you can continue to post this. But go ahead and give me your location. It won't, not going to dox you. This is all anonymous here. But go ahead and give me your location live on the stream. That way I know where you guys are checking in from. Let me go ahead and first take a look at these storms in Madison, Wisconsin. Let's take a look here on the velocity. We've got a couple of areas of rotation. This one here, this one here. Both of these areas are moving east. So we've got Blanchardville in the immediate impact zone for this one, and then Mount Horeb in the immediate path of this one. I'll be honest, if we take a look at these, wow, they're not incredibly concerning, but they are definitely enough to be tornado warned. Both of these warnings that we have. Let me just check correlation coefficient. Good news is we're not seeing any debris signatures, so that's good. But 2 possible likely rain-wrapped tornadoes, both of them are headed due east in Wisconsin. Now let's go over to South Dakota, where we are tracking a couple of tornado warnings. We've got 3 different tornado warnings here. One right here near Huron. One, it's so hard to see. One here near Alpena. And then one near here, Woonsocket. Interesting town name. Let's take a look at the rotation on each of these to see if there's any that are more concerning than others. Okay, this one doesn't look too bad. At this point, maybe something here near Letcher or Forestburg. And then further to the north, I'll be honest, this just looks like gusty winds. If we take a look, though, let's take a look at the storm relative. This will give us a better picture. The one near Huron, this is probably the most concerned out of all of them. The other 2 I'm not really concerned about. At this point, though, Huron could have a little bit of a rotation, a little bit of a signature there. Let's see if there's a debris ball on any of these. The good news is we do not have a debris signature on any of these right now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on our locations right now so I can see where you guys are checking in from. Go ahead and put your location in the chat as well. And give me one word right now. One word on the stream. How are you doing today? Give me your location. You can say anything you want right now. Well, not anything, but you can say whatever you want. Not whatever you want. Just, you know what I mean, in the chat. Looks like we got a lot of people checking in from all across the country right now. Iowa also not completely out of the woods either. We've got a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for Iowa. Our Iowa brethren are absolutely cooking right now. Let's go ahead and go to the webcams as well. Oh, no, wrong webcams. There we go. We've got webcams right now in Iowa as well. Buff and Puff. Oh, mama. Welcome to the family here. We've got webcams in Iowa. We've got webcams in Wisconsin. I believe the camera on the middle is in Wisconsin. The one on the bottom is actually pretty insane. I'm going to have to pull that up. Looks like that's on like the backside of a storm here. But we're also watching a severe thunderstorm warning in Iowa as well. We've got a couple of cells near Iowa Falls, Fort Dodge, Waterloo that are checking in. We got someone down here in Des Moines. Thanks, Stormcat. Enjoy your 4th of July weekend. Oh, you too. You too. Is Mason. Mason is checking in from the airplane. Mason, I'm curious what would happen if you report your location. Also, we've got storms down here in the south. We've got another severe thunderstorm warning or severe thunderstorm watch down here for Nashville. I know Brother Petus is in Nashville. We also have some people in Huntsville that are here checking in. It's so hot. The entire U.S. is Mordor right now. And I feel like I'm outside of Mount Doom. Yes, that is correct. It is basically Mount Doom as well. Are the potatoes cooked, Kelsey? I don't know what that even means. But that is where our three major areas that we have that we're concerned about is this up here in the Dakotas. This is where we have that severe thunderstorm watch. We also have this area in Wisconsin and Iowa, where we do have another severe thunderstorm watch. And the third area is down here in Nashville. This is exactly where we thought we would have these risks. Look at this. The Storm Prediction Center nailed today. Are you kidding me? That is where they have the greatest risk of severe storms today. So we're going to continue watching these areas. We're also going to have Brother Cappucci, and we're going to have the Stormnet founder, Andrew Brady, on the stream. Let me go ahead and send out the link to both Cappucci and Andrew Brady so they have it whenever they join us right now. Even though it's tinfoil, I'm dead. Let's go back to these storms right in here. We got someone near Sioux Falls checking in, which is fantastic. They said, hi, Brady, will I see bad weather tonight? I tell you what, if you're here in Sioux Falls, if we put this in motion here, this will be able to tell us where this is going. The warnings tell me these are lifting to the north, which would make sense. But I will be honest, I would not be shocked if stuff pops down here. And that's actually where we have the Otis project. They're storm chasing down on the southern side. They're on the tail end Charlie right now, near Mount Vernon. So we are probably, just with the outflow with these storms, you're probably going to see some stuff pop here. So our Sioux Falls, brethren, even though it doesn't look bad now, I would expect you probably to get some sort of a storm, maybe a severe thunderstorm warning for you guys. Amanda says, hey, Brady, in Grand Forks, North Dakota, going to get hail and tornadoes tonight because my brother is coming to our house. Let's see. Is Grand Forks, North Dakota? Oh wait, you're in North Dakota? I mean, I thought you were in Minnesota. Where is Grand Forks? Chat, who knows where Grand Forks is? Where is Grand Forks? Oh no. Wait, Grand Forks is up here. I'll be honest, you're looking pretty good. You've got an outflow boundary pushing to the south here, so I would bet you're probably going to be okay. That's just me. It is warm. That's right, chat. If it's warm outside, if you think it's warm, go ahead and put it's warm in the chat. Okay? Go ahead and put it's warm in the chat. Let me send this link to Cappucci so you can join whenever he would like. Agent Dan. Wait, what is this on Camp 1? Hold on. I want to show you guys what is going on. What is going on in this camera here? What is this? Tell me if you guys can see what this is. Oh no. I cooked it. What is happening? There we go. What is happening on this camera? What is you can see the top of the storm here, but what's the bottom? That looks like an ocean or something. Which this is in the middle of Iowa right now. Wait a second. I got to go to Cam 3 real quick. Hold on. Look at this. Let's go to Cam 3. What is this? In the top, look at the top. This is the quad cam here. Look at this. That looks like a healthy base. That could be, this is now the storm in Iowa. So we are in Iowa, and it does look like we have, look at this right here in this camera. Cam 4. We got some sort of a base there. Oh, truck going by too. Oh, mama. That is a healthy looking base right there. Oh my goodness. Please don't freeze the stream. Oh, okay, we're good. Wow. No, Mason, that is not Uranus. No. Chat, if you're having a good day right now, say it in the chat. I want to hear from you right now. We've got people checking in from all across the country, all across the world, and it is a beautiful day to be alive. It is the day before, 2 days before the 4th of July. We all get work off tomorrow, which is fantastic. And we are having some strong storms for your 4th of July. Actually, I'm going to text Jen as well. I'll text Jen, see if she wants to hop on for a minute. We are going to have Cappucci join us shortly, and then we're also going to have Andrew Brady join us shortly as well. Right now, though, we are tracking multiple tornado warnings across the Dakotas. If we have anyone in the path of these, please let me know. Let's take a look at our rotation. Looks like this is kind of fallen apart here. Yeah, they have let this, they're going to let this warning expire. Maybe I could see them extending something here, but it looks pretty broad. They're probably going to let this warning expire, and then the one to the south, yeah, it also seems like it's weak. So they've let, so there's right now there's 3 total tornado warnings here, here, and here. I'll be honest, or sorry, here, here, and here. None of them look too intimidating at this point. Let's take a look back in Madison, Wisconsin, where we do have multiple rotations here. Looks like this storm has moved out of the tornado warning, so they're going to let that one expire. And then this one down here near Fayette does not look too bad as well. So I would be shocked. I'll be honest. I would be shocked if at this moment we have any tornadoes on the ground with these storms right now, which is great news. Oops, I just pasted, the wrong link to Cappucci. Oh no. Kelsey just said, I'm the big cheese. Okay. That's a problem. That's a problem, guys. Someone's got to get some, the way you get to be number one is you either, in the chat rankings, you either chat or you donate. So that's how you become number one in the chat. If you donate, you get bonus points though. Oh no.
At Darlene Boyles Harris super chatted $9.99. Brady dear, I hope you are staying cool. I've been super moist in this heat. Glad you got to clean your dirty deck.
Someone has to stop her. Someone has to stop her. Guys, Darlene is a problem. Okay? And I want to know who Darlene is right now. Steve, checking in from Orlando. I want to know who she is right now. I'm going to start banning random people. Chat, once again, if it's your first time, please let me know in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. Oh, that is a problem. That is a big problem. I also bet it's Connor. Let's take a look at our Iowa brethren as well. We do have a couple brethren here in Iowa that are at risk. We've got this person down near Des Moines, although it looks like a lot of storms are actually popping to the north. We have this big, giant ridge of high pressure here, guys, which is keeping all the storms. It's a ring of fire, right? So you got the winds rotating around this way. Along the periphery of that ring of fire, right up here, is we're going to have all your storms. So that's why all your storms are kind of lifting to the north. They're being driven to the north by the winds of this high pressure, which are kind of going like this. Oh, no. I just got a new mesoscale discussion in my ear. That's fantastic. We also have someone checking in from Iowa City. Hello, my brethren from Iowa City. The good news for our Des Moines and Iowa City brethren, the storms are all going like this. So they're going to your north and east. So that's good. Now, if we take a look back at Wisconsin, I think I've got traffic cameras in Wisconsin. Let me see if I can pull something up here. Oh, my. No, not in Ohio. Wisconsin. No, we no longer have 6 tornado warnings. We are now down to 5. But I'll be honest, guys, none of them seem urgent right now to me. Of all the ones that I see, none of them are like, there's some on the ground. Not yet, which is good. Let's see if I can find some traffic cameras here in Wisconsin. Oh no. Okay. I think I found some. I don't know, Waze traffic jams. Oh no. No. Oh, I gotta ban that word.
WX_Chasin_Mason super chatted $9.99. You got to clean your dirty deck? Send deck pics.
Okay. You know what? We've got to ban that word. We've got to ban that word. I thought I banned it. Mason is literally checking in from a plane right now. I didn't even know you could do that on a plane. I didn't even know you could do that. We've got some traffic cameras from out in Madison, Wisconsin. We're going to pull up in just a second here. Oh, yeah, this is oh, no. That was a fantastic camera. Look at this. We've got a camera. Look at this. Look at this low cloud base. Unbelievable. Chat, once again, if you're just joining us, we are tracking tornado warnings across multiple states right now. So please, if it is your first time here in the chat, please let me know. I'm going to go ahead and paste this link again. If you want to share your location with me, you can. It's anonymous, so it will not hurt you in any way if you share it with me. It won't dox you. I don't actually know who you are, but, okay, this is probably the closest view we're going to get. Oh, no, that's awful. That's awful. That's just awful. Let's go back. Let me see if I can find a better camera. This is just pointed right at the road. I'm trying to basically look at, there is a severe thunderstorm warning down here. There's a couple of warnings down here in Wisconsin. We also have a couple tornado warnings off to the west. I'm trying to get a view of that storm here that we're looking at. Let me see. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, that's decent. Oh, no. See if I can make this smaller. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. This is looking right at that storm. So, can't see anything. Fantastic. It's Nick's first time here. Oh, welcome, Nick. I'm so glad you could join the crew here. Oh, my. If it is your first time, make sure you are smashing that subscribe button in a major way. I want to hear from you. Let's go back. Let's go back to the radar. Let's check things out here. What just happened? Okay, there we go. Wow, look at Camp 1 here. Camp 1 is getting cooked in Iowa. Oh, mama. Where is that at? I like local at that. Wow. Let's take a look back at the reflectivity here. Let's go back to our Wisconsin brethren, where we still do have a couple of tornado warnings in effect. Watch what I can do to the map here. Look at this. Oh. Whoa. That's sick. That is actually sick right there near Blanchardville and Argyle. Okay. You guys are making me do this. I am actively adding the word deck to the band pictures, okay? Or to the band words. I don't even know where you guys are getting that from, by the way. Look at this, though. I love it when I can go like this. Oh, my. Look, flat earther. Earth is flat. It's a fact here. Blanchardville. All in the path of this. Let's zoom out and see. Do we have anyone in the chat that's checked in, that's in storms right now? We've got our brethren up here in Buffalo, which I think it's Holly. Oh, no. I told someone yesterday in Buffalo that it wasn't going to rain, and it rained. It was awful. It was truly awful. It does look like in Buffalo you're going to get another storm. You got this outflow boundary sagging to the south here, so I would not be shocked if you do get some more, you do get another storm there. This stuff is kind of pushing to the south here, so probably going to get another storm here. What is this? Oh my, it's a government project of some sort. So that's in Buffalo. We do have, of course, okay. We got Ohio brother and check it in. You know what? I'm not falling for that one. Okay. I am not saying that on stream. Nice try. Wow, I love it here so much. I love Ohio. Nice. See? The corn is too sweaty. That is almost a perfect transition to bring in our next guest on the stream. We'll bring him in just a second. Cappucci, take your time, my friend. We got the man, the myth, the legend, the sweaty corn man himself is going to be joining us in just a minute here. In the meantime, let's take a look at South Dakota. The good news is our tornado warnings have all been dropped. They've all been dropped here in South Dakota as expected. If we take a look here, that still is rotating. Let's take a look up north. Let's see. Yeah, wow, there's some strong wind with this. We've got, oh my goodness. Guys, there is 90-mile-an-hour winds observed with this storm. That is crazy. We've got confirmed 90-mile-an-hour winds up here in Yale. This is further to the north in South Dakota. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Let's change the radar of the past 2 hours. There we go. I mean, look at this. This storm lifted to the north. You could see it rotating. And then, oh my goodness. That is insane. We've got multiple wind reports of 90 miles an hour up here in South Dakota. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. Also, multiple tornado reports as well up there. We've got a second report of a 90-mile-an-hour gust. What is going on up here in South Dakota? Oh my goodness. What is going on? Luckily, we don't have anyone in the chat checking in from South Dakota, which is fantastic news. That is absolutely fantastic news. All right. We're going to bring in Cappucci here in just a second. I want to give a warm Stormcat welcome to Brother Cappucci, the man, the myth, the legend, the owner of the Corn Sweats. You should patent that term, by the way, Cappucci. We're going to bring him in right now. Matthew Cappucci has joined the stream. Oh, my goodness. Cappucci, it is so great to have you back, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm sweating right now. I just got off the treadmill, but fortunately, no corn sweat here. I have not gone outside today. I opened the window briefly, and that was a mistake.
That's a problem. That is
the humidity is like so bad here. Do you ever use command strips?
Oh yeah.
To hang stuff on your walls.
Oh yeah.
So I don't want to bash a corporate entity, but I'm not a fan because every time the humidity in my apartment gets too high, the command strips just all kind of give out and stuff starts falling. So I lifted up the window earlier on thinking, some fresh air can't be that bad. And immediately it was just like this sauna wave came in. And sure enough, stuff starts falling.
Oh, no, that is not good. Wait, so what temperature do you keep your apartment at? Because, are you not running your AC?
So I do run my AC. I only recently learned that it's supposed to go below 70. For years, I just assumed that my building would not let us go below 70. So I kept it at 70. I preferred it like 68, but I kept it at 70. Finally, after living here for 4 years, I filed a complaint and I was like, hey, why doesn't it ever really cool down in here? They're like, oh, something's wrong with your thermostat. And they came and they installed a new one. They're like, yeah, the smart thermostat just kept resetting itself to 70.
There's no way.
So now it goes down at 68, which is great. So I keep it at 68, except when the humidity gets bad.
To have stuff falling off your walls, that seems a little insane. Even if you're at 70, if you're at 74, I mean, you've got to just be getting an insane amount of humidity because that just seems like a lot.
It warmed up fast. I went downstairs to get a coffee. I opened the window. I was like, let's circulate the air. Went downstairs to get coffee, came back up, and stuff starts falling.
It's a problem.
Lesson learned.
That's problem. Yeah. Well, welcome into the stream, Cappucci. As always, it is a massive W to have you back. I want to see those W Cappuccis fly in the chat because it is an absolute pleasure to have him on the stream. We also got Andrew Brady, the co-founder or the founder of Stormnet, backstage. So Andrew, we will bring you in. Also,
Oh,
yeah,
he's here?
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, I want to meet him. I'm
Yeah,
a
he's
huge
here.
fan.
Yeah, we will be talking about that.
Massive.
Lisa, welcome to the Cat One Brethren team, my friend Lisa. W in chat for Lisa. Cappucci, I want to quickly just hit on what's ongoing right now because we do have kind of some we've got some action out there right now. We had about 6 tornado warnings. Now we no longer have that. We are down to, let's see, we are down to, I think it's 2. Yeah, we're down to 2, both in Wisconsin. And I think they're probably going to allow both of these to expire. I'm not seeing anything that's too concerning. I don't know if you disagree. Feel free to interrupt me. But I don't think anything that's too concerning at this point. Regardless, we're still going to have we're still having some very strong storms, a ring of fire type action that's moving through. And then, we looked at South Dakota, which has been absolutely popping off so far, Cappucci. We've had multiple 90-mile wind gusts and multiple tornado reports so far.
Yeah, I was actually just looking at the radar right now, and I'm really curious because I'm wondering, and I'm curious your take on this too. This to me doesn't look like one sort of solid bow echo like we had earlier on Monday. This to me looks like a couple of kind of embedded supercells with some RFD characteristics, like the northern one near Yale and Bancroft and Cavour and northwest of Iroquois. Looks to me like that was just kind of a really intense RFD, like that northern patch of blue up there. And then the southern one near looks like Artesian heading towards Roswell and Howard. That could contain strong winds too, but it looks to me like a fundamentally different structure from what we saw earlier this week. Now, I was intrigued by whether or not the Monday morning storms that caused the 131 mile per hour wind gust, that separate set of storms, would be considered a derecho. And apparently, SPC is considering it.
Cappucci asked Brady about his deck.
No.
Darlene had to clean all the corn sweat off his deck with paper towels. Also, don't attack dear Darlene. She went through so much in World War II.
Bro, I'll be honest, Big Rig. So, if I see you in chat, I'm going to ban you for that. I will ban you for that. You better not chat anymore, Big Rig, because I will literally ban you. Okay? So go ahead. Test me, Big Rig. Go ahead. Let's see it. Type something in chat. I dare you. Okay, continue, Cappucci.
Yeah, so I was intrigued if the Monday storms would be considered a derecho because even though they tracked 500 plus miles, they went all the way from far northwest Nebraska near Chadron all the way to a little bit north of like Marquette, Michigan. They had the length to be a derecho, but they were just so narrow, like that swath of extreme winds, the 90 to 130, 140 mile an hour winds, only 5 or 10 miles wide. And you need to be 60 miles wide for it to be considered a derecho. And so apparently SPC is introducing, per a new paper that came out in BAMS the other day, authored by Squiddy area, I forget how to pronounce his name, at SPC. They're introducing a new tier of derecho called a mini derecho.
Really?
Kind of bow echoes or derecho-esque storms that exhibit derecho structure, but are just kind of too small to be wide enough to fit the classic derecho definition. It seems like that kind of gray area. It's reminiscent of what happened back on May 16th, 2024 in Houston. Do you remember that crazy bow echo that came through Houston, 100 mile an hour winds downtown, shattered all the windows?
Nuts.
That was technically considered a derecho at the time, but that never really sat right with me because of how narrow it was. It was just like one line embedded supercell. So I'm glad to see that we now have sort of this new tier, new category for the gray area, and Monday storms are a perfect example.
Do they, Cappucci, are they going to so what are they going to call it? Are they going to call it, are they going to call it the same thing? Are they going to call it a derecho? Are they going to call it something different?
I think they're calling it mini derecho. Like in Skiddy Area's paper, it's listed as mini derecho. I don't know if they're going to be formally classifying them or they're just like, hey, there's this thing called a mini derecho. I'm glad you asked that. Maybe I should text SPC and just ask for like a formal statement because it could be a cool piece.
Bro, that is such a flex. Like, hey, let me just text SPC. Let me just text him. Let me FaceTime him. Get him on the phone. It's pretty ridiculous, actually. It makes sense, though. I mean, you have what we're talking about here, guys. We're still tracking these storms, and we did just get a new tornado warning up here in the Dakotas. Wait, that's observed?
Yeah, damaging tornado. Weather spotters confirm a tornado at 5:33. The Willow Lake Fire Department also reported a tornado 5 miles to the southwest of Willow Lake, which checks out. There's a pretty good little brief couplet near Bancroft.
Yeah, it looks like right in. So there's something like right in here, and then there's also like, although it just updated. So let me go back just maybe like a couple frames. Here's where the tornado warning was. I mean, maybe that, Cappucci, because the warning right now, the warning actually doesn't include Bancroft. It's like, I think that's what it was, right there near Bancroft, and then it moved north into Collins County, and it does. I mean, from my perspective, that kind of looks like it's lifted, but this line is moving so fast that it doesn't matter.
Agreed.
Let's just see. Okay, look, there was a little maybe that's a little debris signature right in there near Collins County. It's kind of hard to tell if that's noise or not. But I think that also correlates. That also kind of correlates a little bit where the rotation was. So I think we did just have a brief tornado near Collins County, near Bancroft, and it does look like maybe that's lifted. You can kind of see the wind. You always should put these things in motion here, right? That's probably when the tornado formed, to your point, Cappucci, and then it lifted to the north, Willow Lake, and now, I mean, we're probably going to get, if we continue to get 90-mile winds here, we're going to continue to get spin-ups because you've got some wind out in front of it that's just continually spinning with this type of storm.
Yeah, for the folks at home, this is like a classic example of what we call a northern bookend vortex. So the whole kind of complex is trying to form a line, but what Brady's circling right now is just that counterclockwise spin at the northern end of the line. Think of a snowplow pushing through the atmosphere. This evolving line of storms is pushing through the atmosphere, and the air on the northern side of that snowplow is kind of curving back on itself counterclockwise, and that curl forms its own mesocyclone, that rotating updraft. We see that right now near Yale on the west side of Bancroft. However, as air, the warm, moist air ahead of that curl kind of is forced to curve back, you get these little spin-ups that Brady was referencing. So in addition to that main spin itself within the northern bookend vortex, you get these little kind of spinnies. So there could be multiple regimes of brief tornadoes. So Willow Lake is not out of the woods yet. Even though that first tornado likely lifted, the new, stronger circulation near and northwest of Bancroft is working in now.
100%. And they did just add... add Bancroft. The new tornado warning that we got was basically them drawing this box here. They drew this box here in the immediate, kind of path of this thing. But then they added, interestingly, they actually added a tornado box further to the west. Like they added the one to the east first, and then they added the one further to the west in Bancroft second here. So really, all of these are just, the tornado warning for this one storm that's producing 90 plus, or was producing 91 mile winds.
Ohio sucks tipped $10. 6666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666666
This person apparently doesn't. That's the number of the devil, by the way. Whoever's doing that.
Is there a limit to how long it can go? Like, is there a character limit?
I sure hope so. I sure hope so, Cappucci. And if we don't have a character limit, I have to do it. Because this is the second time this guy has done it. I don't even know who this is, by the way. I have to find a way to shut this off. Oh no.
The robot revolution is happening.
This is a problem. Hold on. Did that work?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
You can kill the robot?
I killed him. I didn't kill him. I just put him in bed for a little bit. Put him in timeout. That's it. This is a great point. Great transition here to bring in our next guest for the show, the founder of Stormnet, which is now a staple in the weather community. We're going to bring on Andrew Brady, who, by the way, he's got a pretty great last name, if I should say so myself. We're going to go ahead and bring in Andrew to the stream. Andrew, welcome in, my friend. Oh,
hey, Brady. Thanks for having me on.
Brother, listen to me. We had you on the old podcast, the Stormfront Freak podcast. Back in the day, you were kind of talking to us about Stormnet, and now it's become a reality. I mean, the thing is, it's been around for a good bit, right? I mean, but now it's like just in the past year, it's caught in fire. First of all, how are you doing today? Are you staying cool?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I live down in Atlanta, so it's been super hot. We actually just had a microburst.
Whoa!
A lot of really close lightning, so that was fun. But it just wrapped up right before I joined here, so that was fun. But yeah, that happens occasionally here during the summer. So
Was it a wet microburst? Like was it just a regular microburst?
it would probably be classified as a dry-ish microburst. I mean, it was driven by the temperature dew point spread at the surface. It was near 100 degrees Fahrenheit with dews in the 60s to low 70s. So anytime you have a thunderstorm form in that, you're going to have pretty strong winds.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, I'm glad you're staying cool. I'm glad you got some storm action before the stream. For those that haven't seen it, I mean, he has been absolutely killing it with Stormnet. For those, I'm sure everyone on the stream has seen it, but this is Stormnet. It also, we have like a Twitter account that you guys will put out stuff as well, which is, pretty much every post has gone viral this year. And in large part because it's a cool tool that we've been using for years. But Andrew, why don't you just give us for the people that don't know, tell us what Stormnet is.
Yeah, sure. So Stormnet's what's called deep machine learning. It's a machine learning algorithm that's analyzing all of the data that's available to meteorologists, some private data that we get, and it's essentially outputting probabilities of tornadoes, damaging winds, large hail, and lightning. And what's really unique about it is it's predicting in short term, so it's using NEXRAD data, radar data, satellite data, and it's also predicting up to 14 days into the future. So it's analyzing all this data, and it's learned through decades of data of training what patterns may precede tornado genesis in the short term, mid-range, and then in the long range as well.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't know, Cappucci, about you, but like I've been using it just like almost daily, like looking at, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Not only because right now, guys, what we're looking at, these are kind of your near-term tornado probabilities. As you can see, we've got values of 10 to 25% here. This is on the storm that we have in the Dakotas, right, which just produced. This is in South Dakota. If we take a look at the entire United States, right, it's pinpointed this storm as having the greatest chance of producing a tornado in the short term. And look at this. Back when it, like almost right before it produced, you had this almost 50% chance. I mean, Andrew, what I don't understand is how is it this good? Like, this is predicting in the future about a storm that's happening now. Like, how long did it take for it to get this good at predicting this type of stuff?
Well, I first started working on Stormnet when I was independent, started a company, a one-man company called Atmosphere Analytics back in 2020. And it was really a work in progress from then until now. I officially launched what's now known as Stormnet in 2024, January 2024, after a few years of working towards that. And it originally only predicted 1 hour to 3 hours into the future. And then over time, we've just been adding to it. My company was acquired by OpenSnow, the ski snow weather app, back in November of 2024. And since then, I've had ample resources and their entire team essentially at my disposal to help build onto Stormnet into what it is today. So it's been a lot of building, a lot of iterations, and just a lot of research and development.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, Cappucci, I don't know about you, but like, it's now a tool that I look at whenever there's going to be an outbreak. I mean, it is nailed. A lot of especially Illinois. I mean, it's been pretty fun. It's pretty funny to watch that on Twitter. Just like it just continually just keeps printing out higher probabilities in Illinois. But I mean, Cappucci, like this tool, have you used this tool as well?
Oh, a ton. And Andrew, huge fan. I mean, what you've done is just unreal. There are two things that really impress me about Stormnet. One is just how it picks up on subtle forcing mechanisms that we as meteorologists struggle to see, that even the classic deterministic models struggle to see. Numerical weather prediction. 5-10 years ago, the HER was the best thing we had. And now Stormnet puts the HER to shame. The fact that it can see these subtle features that we prior couldn't project more than 12, 24 hours out is just unreal. And the other thing that I think really strikes me is how good it is at correcting spatial geographic biases in the global models. The GFS might be off by 200 miles, 5, 6, 7 days out. And historically, we've thought, yeah, that's not too bad. Whereas Stormnet, from the start, is seemingly always geographically correct, and it can sniff out those biases. it's almost sort of reframed my thinking as a meteorologist as to what's possible, in that, early in my career, I always thought, yeah, we can't predict things like mesoscale convective vortices more than half a day out. And yet, for example, for the I think it was June 20th event in Illinois, Stormnet got it 3 or 4 days out, which I just would have thought that mesoscale features like that would have been impossible to resolve more than a day in advance. It's just completely reframed my thinking of predictive abilities.
Yeah, it is crazy. This is one of the probabilities that Stormnet produces. Also, Andrew, this is not available to public, right? These type of graphics, right?
Yeah, we produce the interactive graphics on the app, but those static images are generated on the back end and then automatically upload if probabilities exceed a certain threshold or a certain rarity threshold. So those static images aren't available other than on social media, but it's the same data that's available on the interactive app and the website.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you guys don't follow Stormnet, also, wow, why was I not following? Wow. You see, that's actually how good Stormnet was, is I thought I was following them because of how often it would appear in my feed. So I already thought I was following them, but I wasn't, which is insane. But your account, this account, I love this type of account, right? Because it's showing you, okay, you make some posts as well, which is incredible. I guess my question is, when you say AI is a pretty hot topic. We say, there's a lot of people that are against AI for like graphic generation, other stuff like that. I think we should be pushing the boundaries in meteorology, and obviously we don't want to do it. There's a line between, for graphics, but instead for forecasts, right? So I think we should be pushing the boundaries for forecasts, because AI can absolutely help us see things that we can't see. Like, Andrew, give us an idea. How is AI used in this type of product?
Yeah, it's kind of confusing and understandably confusing for a lot of people. They see AI and they think of AI slop generation or ChatGPT or Gemini, and it's really not the same at all. Those models are considered AI because it's essentially a machine learning from a training set how to predict. Those models are predicting how to generate an image pixel by pixel. And then the ChatGPT, for example, is learning how to generate text from a whole plethora of like the entire internet. What Stormnet is doing is it's not using those models per se, but it's learning meteorological data. It's taking decades of meteorological data and it's learning from that. So it's AI in the sense that it's learning from past data, but it's not AI in the sense that it's some sort of image generator in the background or some sort of text generation ChatGPT slot.
Yeah. And I mean, Cappucci, you're doing a story right now about, I don't mean to be, spoiler alert. You're doing a story right now about AI, like weather graphics. What is your take on this whole AI generation, like in weather?
In terms of graphics, I feel like communicability and trust inherently rely on a human element. Like, people follow me not because I'm the best forecaster in the world. I'm certainly not. I mean, heck, Stormnet can do better than me. Machines, on average, can probably do as good, if not better than me. Stormnet can beat any human forecaster. The reason that jobs like mine, jobs like yours, jobs like any of ours are still around is because there is that human element. I think we're in the perfect realm right now where we have this technology that's able to, on the forecast side of things, beat human forecasters. What Stormnet, for example, is doing is unreal. And yet we also have the human forecasters to communicate that information, to potentially sniff out biases, and to streamline that information getting to the public. So I love the use of AI from a big data standpoint and from a forecasting standpoint. I don't love what I'm seeing on Facebook, completely separate from modeling, in terms of just the slop that's out there. Like, for example, 2 days ago, a Tampa meteorologist who's probably making between $180,000 and $210,000 a year was posting AI slop showing Boston hitting minus 120 degrees today.
Oh, I saw that.
And this wasn't an isolated incident. He does this every 3, 4, 5 hours. At that pay grade, don't be lazy. Make your own graphics. Add that human touch. You're being paid as a communicator, not always as a forecaster. I remember when I was doing TV, there was a button that would auto-plot all of the surface maps. And oftentimes it would come out wrong. but other meteorologists would do it. I would always try to hand draw my graphics because that human element is important, and that's what garners trust. And so I feel like legacy media is hastening its own demise by shooting itself in the foot. Don't be lazy. But a lot of Mets are either overworked or undercompensated, and they turn to shortcuts, and this is one of them that's problematic.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a very clear distinction between using AI to advance the field of meteorology, which is what Stormnet is doing, and using AI to make your life as a meteorologist more convenient, right? The second one isn't necessarily awful if you do it responsibly. But if you're putting out a graphic, right? Something where you're communicating to the public and the information you're putting on there, right? Because not everyone is an incredible graphic designer. That's fine, right? But we just have to understand that the way that AI is today, the image generation is not good. And it's gonna have a bunch of errors in it, right? And that is problematic to a public that already doesn't trust meteorologists. So I know we kind of delved into an AI conversation, but Andrew, I think it's important because people just think all AI bad. It's like, no, all AI is not bad. AI, a lot of it's actually pretty good, especially in the weather forecasting stuff that you're doing. But Cappucci and some of the graphics, especially for those TV guys, it's a problem. It's a big problem.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think about even last week, a week and a half ago, there was at least one individual who was allegedly using AI-generated images to trigger false weather reports, submit those to the National Weather Service, and potentially trigger tornado warnings. So artificially generated images can shape perception, and perception shapes reality. That's where it worries me. On the other side of things, the fact that we have this predictive capability now is just cool. Such an advantage to our science. Andrew, I'm very curious if I can ask, 5-10 years ago, when I first learned about the Weather Service creating warn-on forecast, and for the folks at home, warn-on forecast is the idea that in the future, we'll be able to issue tornado warnings, not based on seeing something on radar, but based on the anticipation through modeling that something will develop. And I remember learning about that and thinking that it was just, it was like the Jetsons. It was the technology of the future. And now you're doing this essentially in real time. You're able to do this on the storm scale. I'm curious. Obviously, I'm always out in the field when severe weather's happening. The verification rate that I've seen is just incredibly impressive at the days, 1 through 7 time frames, sniffing stuff out long before any of the other models can. And I know you recently participated in a workshop at SPC that basically confirmed that your program's more accurate than anyone's, which is congrats, by the way. On the storm scale, once stuff is actually happening, how good is Stormnet at the mesoanalysis of trying to figure out which storm will produce or how storms will evolve?
Yeah, so I really appreciate the kind words, Cappucci. And for short range stuff, the model is really analyzing all of that radar data, satellite data, and it's learned patterns through its training to essentially determine what precedes tornadogenesis. So in my view, Stormnet's actually learned to pick up on patterns that human meteorologists, human researchers haven't really found yet, whether that is some sort of merger or nudger theory like Dr. Cameron Nixon's.
Oh, did you just drop the nudger theory? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
actually,
cooking. Andrew's cooking right now.
Yeah, I've been speaking with Cameron quite a bit about that because we're actually noticing in some of the Stormnet runs and some of the past Stormnet hindcasts that it is picking up potentially on some of these nudgers that are happening. So we're not telling the model per se, look for a storm that's in a high CAPE, high helicity environment. We're not telling the storm to look for, or telling Stormnet to look for an environment that's supportive of balance between an inflow and an outflow. We're not telling the model to look for nudgers or anything like that. It's just learning all of this through the raw data. And so it's most likely picking up on patterns that we're just starting to figure out, as well as patterns that we haven't figured out yet. So while Stormnet, it's not perfect by any means, but I think that it generally gives a pretty good probabilistic evaluation of, whether a storm is going to produce a tornado or whether it's not going to produce a tornado.
Oh yeah,
one thing
yeah, go ahead, Cappucci.
I was going to say there was a case, I think it was, and I know you messaged me about this. Was it April 25th, 2025 last year?
Yeah, April 24th last year.
Okay, yeah. So how far out did Stormnet get that? Because I remember the plots you had shown me via Twitter, and for the folks at home, this was a very sneaky tornado event. That
I love that. I love that we call it sneaky tornado. That's now like a huge term, by the way, Cappucci. I think you might have coined that.
Well, it's funny because in the past, like these storm chasers and Mets, we call these mesoscale events where subtle, like accidental features, like a boundary left from one thunderstorm or a leftover swirl that moves east the next day. These things that historically we haven't been able to figure out more than a day or two in advance. Stormnet's able to pick them up like a week out.
It's nuts.
And I'm just curious, like, and forgive me if this is an ignorant question. Is there a way to work backwards? Like if Stormnet's figuring something out that we as humans haven't figured out yet, is there a way to parse out what Stormnet's like seeing and not only what it's seeing, but how it's seeing it? Like I want to, as a human forecaster, be able to figure out 3 to 7 days in advance when an MCV or when an outflow boundary is going to be a factor. And I just can't do that yet. I don't think any of us as humans can, but Stormnet can. Is there a way to like unpack that?
Andrew, can you talk to Stormnet? Like, can you be like, hi, Stormnet, how are you doing today? Like, is there a chat feature to Stormnet yet?
No, not right now. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future you'll be able to ask it why it's predicting something. But there are methods known as XAI or explainable AI where we can kind of dig into the weights, which is essentially the fancy term for all the numbers behind the scenes that the model is working through its training. There are ways to figure out what the model is focusing on, what inputs it's focusing on in certain situations. But in general, it's really a black box in a lot of ways because it is doing all these calculations on a three-dimensional field. So it's not just taking parameters at one point and, it's not like taking a point sounding and saying that, a storm in this vicinity may produce a tornado. It's actually analyzing the environment in 3 dimensions. So it's looking at vertical levels. It's looking at all this data over the entire grid, over patches of the grid. And it's predicting that way. So it's picking up on not just higher or lower parameters, higher or lower values of certain ingredients, but it's also looking at 2-dimensional patterns, shapes of different features. It's looking at all this data, and it's looking at it both large-scale features, looking at small-scale features. So there's really no good way at this point to unpack all of that. So really the furthest we can go is looking at what inputs the model's focusing on, which ones it's not really looking at as much based on how many times those inputs show up in the weights. In terms of the April 24th case study, that was a really good case study. So what we did is we didn't train the model on 2025 storms at all. We held all of 2025 out and then ran Stormnet through 2025 to evaluate it. And so we can do these case studies on that event as well as March 14th, March 15th, May 16th, all these big outbreaks. April 24th was interesting because it had super low storm prediction center tornado probabilities. Even on the day one, I think was only at 2%. And that day had the intense photogenic damaging Silverton, Texas tornado. And Stormnet actually had a signal for possible tornadoes 2 weeks out. So 14 days out, it had a signal for possible tornadoes in the middle part of the country, including Texas. And then over time, it just honed in on those probabilities. We have that case study up on our website.
Wow.
How is it? I'm curious. How is it with hail? Just because I know most models really struggle with hail.
Yeah, it's really good at hail. We have some hail case studies. I believe we have some published. If not, there are some that are coming. Hail is super important for us because a lot of our users are open snow users, and hail is a pretty impactful out west in the mountainous areas and in the foothills of Colorado, for example, in those higher elevations. So we definitely had a time when we were focusing very heavily on making sure the hail and lightning forecasts were up to par, and they were actually really good, especially the hail forecast, like in the foothills of Colorado, as I mentioned. It really does well with picking out where the storms will be, and if there are storms, if there'll be hail producers producing that large damaging hail.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah,
point.
that storm on April 24th of last year, I think it produced like 7 or 8 inch hail. That was a piece that I had worked on with, I believe it was Connor Healy, who encountered some gargantuan, like 6 to 8 inch stones. I'm sure it was a record producer. Unfortunately, no one was able to recover it.
Oh, Cappucci.
Yeah,
could you imagine if you would have been there, Cappucci? Oh,
I'm still so sad about Kankakee. Like, when I tell you my 2 biggest life regrets pertain to hail, I have a pretty great life, but I do lose sleep over Kankakee.
Well, you can't win them all, Cappucci. Okay, I mean you've seen probably more tornadoes than 99.9% of the world's population. But yeah, guys, I mean, Stormnet has yes, everyone focuses on the tornado. It also has, I was just kind of showing the different suite of products here. It has wind, and you'll notice up here, the big wind is up here, right on the money here, where we got the destructive severe thunderstorm warnings. It also says Milwaukee's going to get some pretty good wind here. But it has wind, and then it has hail and lightning's actually, I bet, Andrew, a lot of the public sector clients, right, that would use this for sporting events, for outdoor events. I mean, this is a pretty important thing. I was looking at this when I was down in Florida to see when the lightning was going to come on the beach so I could go watch some storms. So it's like, there's got to be a lot of applications for these tools, and I'm sure the lightning is super helpful for people that want to, have any outdoor activities or anything like that.
Yeah, for sure. We've gotten a lot of interest in the lightning data, and it's been super helpful for me. I mean, I live in the South, so we have thunderstorms nearly every afternoon, especially in a pattern like this. So it's super helpful to see not only what days will have the highest probabilities of lightning, but also the timing for lightning as we get closer in, figuring out when those storms will pop. And then in real time, it's analyzing outflow boundaries. It's analyzing like sea breeze boundaries. It's analyzing all of this data to figure out where those storms will initiate.
Yeah.
And then out west, the wildfires are a big concern, especially in Utah right now. And it was able to actually pick up those lightning probabilities a few days in advance of the wildfires going off there. It's so dry, and then you have dry thunderstorms. So it's not only picking up on classic thunderstorm lightning, it's also picking up on dry thunderstorms as well.
I'm curious. So one thing that I've noticed, and it does make me curious, it seems a little bit hot near the DCVZ, the Denver Convergence Vorticity Zone. That's like the only, if I had to name even one imperfection, that's like the only imperfection I can find. Is there a reason for that, or is it just because like the DCVZ is such a meteorologically random place? Like every day genuinely does feature a low chance of something happening, but there's so much like accidental meteorology there.
Yeah, it's probably partially that. I mean, the model, it has topography and the input, so it's implicitly learning that, but it's also learning the pattern. I mean, that area is a hot spot for tornadoes. I mean, as you can see, it's not outputting tornado probabilities every single day for that area or nothing, but I agree with you that it is a little hot in that area, especially on the hail probabilities. So it's probably just most likely picking up on the fact that you can have supercells so regularly in that area that are enhanced by the topography.
Do you run this internationally too? I just think to myself that, I mean, we have a great weather enterprise in the United States, but hardly any other countries in the world have what we have. I just think to myself that this is a tool that could do so much good for so many countries struggling with meteorology. I mean, I just picture folks in the middle of nowhere in third world countries having access to something like this. I mean, my goodness, this is just revolutionary.
Yeah, for sure. We can run it for any point, any grid, any area for the entire globe. Right now, we only produce forecasts for the continental United States. I mean, there are compute, limitations to running it for the entire globe, especially for,
looks like Canada's not getting any hail, right, Andrew? Look, they're not getting anything, but we're getting a ton in North Dakota.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm able to run it on demand for other areas. For example, earlier this year, there was a tornado event in, I believe, Saudi Arabia, that area, Qatar.
Cappucci, yeah, he can tell you all about that.
Yeah, I remember you gained like 50,000 followers in that event, didn't you?
He was also banned from several Arab countries. So, which, I think we're now unbanned from Saudi Arabia, right?
That's funny.
I don't even know.
Yeah. So,
the only way to find out is by going there. And if you get arrested, then okay, I'm banned.
But the Twitter message I got literally said, if I go there, I will be chopped up and put underground within 1 hour.
That's a problem. That doesn't
Yeah.
seem like that seems like a little bit of that seems like a threat. Actually, I don't know if was that a government entity that made that threat.
No, but I got a lot of. I mean, I made the news there.
I know
My TV
it was
career.
insane. You literally had
Yeah.
the government tweeting about you. Yeah, that's a problem. I would if you're going to go to Saudi Arabia, you might need some bodyguards. Okay, you might. And they
I'm
might
like,
need
of
to be
all
like
the
James
stuff to
Bond.
cancel me for, of all the stuff to cancel me for, I'm sure there's plenty of stuff to cancel me for. That?
Yeah, it's a problem. It's a big problem. But it's a good question, Andrew. It's a good question about internationally because you know there is, to Cappucci's point, there is we've got. I would argue the U.S. has the best weather forecasting in the world. We've got the most widespread. We've got the most knowledge. But there's some very smart people overseas. There's some very smart people in Europe. Very smart people in Australia, across the globe, right? But the problem is they don't have a lot of tools like we do, right? I mean, there's a huge gap in predicting. Some of these, like to Cappucci's point, some of these areas, they don't have anything. I mean, so when you have a tornado outbreak, you know, I mean, that's partially why Cappucci, you filled a gap. You filled a gap well, but you filled a gap that was there and there's no, you know, so it would be interesting to see. My question, Andrew, is what happens if there's a bust? Like how does Stormnet, because there are busts all the time in forecasts. I'm sure Stormnet has had a bust before. That's just part of the game here. But how does Stormnet like recognize, hey, this didn't happen, right? And I need to correct in the future. I'm sure it's got that built in.
Yeah, for sure it does. So it's able to reinforce learning is what that process is called, where it's able to go back and reanalyze and figure out why, you know, in the entirety of the data set, why it went wrong with that case, and then adjust its weights accordingly. Which, I mean, weights in this context is all the parameters, all the numbers and the calculations that the model is running in the back end. But the model is able to do that, and then we do retraining each year of the model, and we include the previous year. So this year we held 2025 out of the main training, and so in 2026, so for version 5, when we release Stormnet version 5, we're going to include 2025 in the training and then use 2026 data for validation. So we're having reinforcement learning that occurs regularly throughout the year, and then we have complete retraining at the end of each year and reevaluating on past events. But I mean, if there is a bust, I mean, we've had a couple of events this year where probabilities were quite high and they didn't really pan out. There was one a few days ago in like Minnesota. There were like 2 or 3 tornadoes, I think. There were higher probabilities. Most of the time when that happens, I mean, it's not only Stormnet that has high probabilities 100%. Of tornadoes. Usually it's something that is there that no one's really catching per se, except you know, in the extreme short term when the probabilities drop down lower, maybe 1 to 2 or 3 hours out, when it becomes clear that an event isn't going to pan out. But we've had a couple of events that haven't panned out. But luckily, really good thing is we haven't had any events where there are a bunch of surprise tornadoes that Stormnet didn't pick up on, and that I would say is probably more important than you know, higher probabilities that don't pan out. I mean, both are important. You don't want false alarm rates being super high. You don't want a bunch of false alarms, but at the same time, you definitely don't want missed tornadoes. So,
100%. Yeah, I think it's you know, with the type of bust scenario, right? I also think weather just is weather, and it's our atmosphere is fluid, right? Our tools that we have are imperfect, right? Even Stormnet is imperfect, right? Maybe in you know, a couple years with AI, we could make Stormnet perfect. But I think we'll always have imperfect forecasts. And the problem is the atmosphere just kind of does what it wants. And sometimes it does something that's completely unpredictable, right? Even the atmosphere itself probably doesn't know it's going to do it. So, you know, I think we've seen that, especially this year, 2026. I mean, Cappucci, 2026, as someone who's out there, it's you know, 2026 is now a verb or an adjective. It's 2026ing, right? Which is a problem.
Yeah, this year for me was really frustrating. There were so many times when storms seemed to defy chaser logic, meteorological logic. It definitely, you know, left me feeling less confident and more frustrated. Even like it started with Kankakee Day on on March 10th. The storm on radar looked like it was weakening. Visibly, it looked like rubbish. it became mainly an elevated hailer, and then within like 10 minutes, it became a violent tornado producer like this. It didn't behave the way that 9 times out of 10 it would. Fast forward to the day with the Enid, Oklahoma tornado. The Enid tornado
Crazy.
behaved as typical, but the Brahman tornado to the east that I was on, I was due east of it. It was moving east at 30 miles per hour. It wasn't ready to produce yet, so common logic would suggest that if I go 3 miles to the east of the circulation, it would be there in 6 minutes. Well, instead, it rain wrapped, but only from the east side, which is atypical. That's normally the clear side. And it parked and then began to retrograde a little bit.
Insane.
So many other times we had weird mesoscale interactions or lapse rate issues that caused all the tornadoes that actually formed to be incredibly brief. I think about the 4-acre Oklahoma tornado. Everything was so fleeting. Even the St. Liberoy tornado, there were multiple circulations with that storm northwest of Grand Island, Nebraska in mid-May that produced that tornado. The meso I was beneath was churning and was tight. I had learned my lesson from the Brahman tornado and positioned south of the circulation rather than east, because on the prior instance of me positioning there, I would have seen it. And then, of course, the south side's the rain wrap side, not the east side. And even that one was fleeting and brief. It only lasted, I think, 7 minutes. It was just a frustrating year.
Yeah, I can't imagine chasing this year. I was supposed to chase, and then it looked so bad that I just went to Florida. So that should tell you all you have to know about this year. It's just, it was, just an update here too, guys. We still do have 1 tornado warning. We are down to 1. It's still for that storm in North Dakota here. So looking at this radar presentation, what do you guys think? Andrew and Cappucci, I don't think this is on the ground anymore. We still do have winds though, upwards of 60 to 70 miles an hour. So it's 70. At least our warning is down from 90, so we're going in the right direction here, but we did just have a 80-mile-an-hour wind report, 82. So we still have dangerous winds with this particular storm. Now, one thing I did notice, this was kind of shocking to me, guys, and Andrew and Cappucci, you can weigh in here, but look at this. This was from Convective Chronicles. This is from NOAA here. But we are now above average for tornadoes through 2026. It does not feel like it. It feels, to me, it feels like the curve should probably go like this, or maybe like this, right? It just does not. I mean, Cappucci, does this surprise you to see this?
You know what I wish we would do as a community? Raw tornado number, as you're pointing out right now, is just not really representative of how impactful a season is. I wish that we would create some sort of new metric where it's either cumulative path length. Like I think about with hurricanes, we view things in terms of ACE, accumulated cyclone energy, which, albeit imperfect, takes into consideration a storm's size, duration, and intensity. I wish we could create something similar, and I'm sure we very easily could, as a metric for tornadoes. How wide was it? How long was its path length? What was its maximum estimated damage potential? And from there, we could kind of stitch together the human impact of a season, or even the chaseability of a season, if you want to look at it from a storm chasing standpoint. Because this year, on paper, sure, it produced a lot of tornadoes. It didn't, in my mind, prove to be particularly chaseable. And it really wasn't terribly memorable from a human impact standpoint. I don't say that to sound crass.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that we largely averted any significant high-end hits. I mean, there have been a couple fatalities, of course, tragic. There have been a couple homes impacted. There have been a couple neighborhoods impacted. But we haven't seen any, like, big double-digit death tolls or big towns impacted, which, again, a great thing for us.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Andrew, what do you think about this year? What has this year been for you? And it's been a big year for Stormnet, and they've kind of, you guys have nailed a lot of those long-term, especially the Illinois, which is crazy. But outside of Illinois, which is having a record year for tornadoes, this year has been very, to Cappucci's point, pretty low impactful.
Yeah, I completely agree with Cappucci. I mean, I saw a stat from Evan Bentley from the Storm Prediction Center the other day. It said There have only been 5 years since 1950 with a peak convective day containing 3 or less EF3 plus tornadoes. And so far, 2026 is on track to be the sixth of those years. So essentially that just means that there haven't been any big outbreaks with multiple significant to violent tornadoes. I mean, it started off with Dixie, with late winter and early spring being really slow.
Yep.
Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana pretty much shut down except for that one QLCS tornado event that spammed tornadoes across Louisiana. I believe that was in early February, maybe it was in March. And then you had a couple of events in early April and in March where you had QLCS tornadoes across the Midwest and into the Mid-Atlantic. And it's just mainly been short-lived QLCS type tornadoes. There have been several supercellular tornadoes, but it's not been the same as the last few years where you have, multiple events with multiple long track supercells that drop tornadoes. I mean, even storms that look impressive. I mean, I was storm chasing on the St. Liberty Day in Nebraska, and the day after that as well. The day after that, I was sitting under a supercell. The environment was ripe for tornadoes, and the storm just didn't produce a tornado. I still haven't really figured out why. I mean, anyone can look at a sounding and nitpick, oh, well, low-level lapse rates weren't all that, or low-level shear wasn't enough, deep shear wasn't enough. But, I mean, it seems like in other years, a lot of these storms would have produced tornadoes. So it's definitely been a weird year.
Oh, yeah. I think this year, Cappucci, this year has been, it seems like every time we had, and during Connor's streams, like I've seen a lot of these busts firsthand, not being there, but just being on the storm with Connor and seeing and looking at the radar presentation, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this thing is about to do it. It started looking good on radar. It started to have the shape that you look for. The velocity was coming together. The structure that, these big bowl funnels, these big bowl mesocyclones that developed, and then nothing. And I mean, Cappucci, it just seemed like it did that over and over and over again. It's like something in the atmosphere was just broke this year.
I agree. I think a lot of it was truly a lapse rate issue. For the folks at home, the lapse rate is how quickly temperature decreases with height. I think owing in part to drought over the desert Southwest that has been worsened over the past year and a half. We came in with a pretty strong EML, mixed layer, dry air at the mid-levels. I think that hot air at the mid-levels also kind of weakened our mid-level lapse rates. And I think because of that, you had kind of a slowdown in how quickly air could rise at the mid-levels of most of the storms that formed. And that kind of bottlenecked the lower levels, allowed the storms to be a little less sucky, not quite sucky enough to stretch the vortex and get a tornado.
Don't say anything, chat. Don't respond to anything. I don't want to see anything in the chat. Keep going, Cappucci.
And time again, that seemed to prove a limiting factor. And I say that for two reasons. Number one, qualitatively, I noticed that lightning this year on many of the storms just didn't seem as sparky, as dramatic as I've seen chasing for the past 8, 9, 10 years. The other thing, this was really not a particularly memorable hail year. Outside of Kankakee and outside of that one random storm I found near the Mexican border with that 1 5-inch stone when I cut myself in the barbed wire fence and had to get a tetanus shot. Other than that, I didn't find much hail. Many of the storms struggled from a hail standpoint. We didn't get many softballs at all this year. We barely got any mumbo hail.
Oh.
I can only think of like 3 real days that produced like a supercell with massive hail. Normally we'd be in double digits by now. And Lord knows I know my hail climatology. And I think that just comes back to lapse rates. So I think that was the main limiting factor this year.
Yeah, and guys, what I'm showing on the screen, this is a sounding. This isn't necessarily any sounding in particular. I was just kind of showing a sounding. Lapse rates, right? To Cappucci's point, those are like what the air as it's rising, the degree in which it's cooling, right? And if we get stronger lapse rates, higher lapse rates, that means our air is going to be rising faster because that warm air at the surface is going to encounter cooler air the further up it goes in the atmosphere. So it'll be rising faster. So the updraft should be, in theory, stronger, which would explain the hail component, because the stronger updraft you have, normally the bigger hail you can get, because the hail just gets suspended, right? And just keeps suspending over and over and over again and getting bigger and bigger and bigger until it becomes mumbo. So if we don't have super strong updrafts, we're not getting the big hail, and we're not getting as much sucking, right? This to Cappucci's point, they're not sucking up as much air, which makes it harder for tornadoes to stay on the ground, right? Because a tornado, all it is just a giant vacuum, right? Just sucking air up into the storm. So if they're not as sucky, right, it's just, that actually makes sense, Cappucci, now that you say that. So I'm going to be very interested to see I'm sure someone's going to do a case study on this year, but it's definitely been an interesting year. Outside of Illinois, Illinois has absolutely cooked, right? I mean, they've had a record year. Outside of Illinois, though, hasn't been that big of a year. So, Andrew and Cappucci, I know you got to roll. So, whenever you got to go.
Oh, no, that's okay. My dinner plans got canceled tonight,
no.
I'm just DoorDashing stuff.
Oh, no, not the dinner plans. Where were you going?
Just a Thai place. So I DoorDashed Wawa. It's not going to be here for another 40 minutes. And then tonight I'm just going to sit, eat my Wawa, and work in the book.
Isn't that a gas station? Isn't Wawa a gas station?
Wawa is so much more. You know what I found derived a love for? Casey's. You know Casey's. I mean, you're in Ohio. You know Casey's, and you have Sheetz.
Not. I have actually never heard of Casey's.
You've never heard of Casey's?
I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm going to be quite honest. I've heard of Buc-ee's. I've heard of Wawa. I've heard of Sheetz. I have never heard of Casey's.
What has it been like to reach this age not knowing there was such a void in your life?
I don't know. I'm going to have to tell you in a couple years. Okay.
Casey's is amazing. I will drive to Ohio and pick you up, and we can go to Casey's. Andrew, I'll have to divert down to Atlanta too. You've been to Casey's, I presume, correct?
Of course. When storm chasing, I don't think there's any Casey's around here. But
it's in Western Ohio. Okay, so it's not anywhere near Columbus, though, where I am at. It's in Western Ohio.
Oh, come on. I see an icon there. Drive 40 minutes west on I-70 and get yourself a Casey's chicken sandwich. Casey's is amazing. Even the tiniest Casey's in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, always have a delicious chicken sandwich with pickles waiting for you. They have the spicy chicken sandwich with pickles, although I'm kind of sad because they discontinued the brand of pretzels I like. They used to make their own pretzels, and they discontinued them, and it made me sad. They have great coffee, too.
All I'm seeing is pizza, and then I'll be honest, I hate watching people eat food, so that would be that'd be a big problem. It's just a pet peeve of mine. I just can't. If I see a commercial of someone eating something, I'm not going there. I don't want to hear you munching. Okay, my dad is the loudest muncher in the world, and every major holiday I remind him of it. So it looks like we've got some pizza here, some taco pizza, some I don't even know. It looks like we got some hamburgers, some pancakes. So it seems like they just kind of have everything at Casey's.
But nothing beats those chicken sandwiches. That's
really?
a good luck charm for me. I had a chicken sandwich at the Casey's in Fort Calhoun. Or, I'm sorry, not Fort Calhoun. Elkhorn, Nebraska on April 17th of last year. Next thing you know, I got a good tornado. Coincidence? I think not.
Wow. How are you not sponsored by Casey's?
And it's only $5.99 for the sandwich. The sandwich is 410 calories, 420 if you opt for the spicy. Nothing but goodness.
You could burn that off in one workout. I mean, you go to the treadmill, Cappucci, it's gone. Andrew, have you had Casey's?
I'm not sure if I've ever eaten at Casey's. I've definitely stopped and gotten gas there while storm chasing, but I don't know that I've ever eaten there.
Yeah.
I stayed at recently, and we know I stay at a lot of sketchy motels, not by choice, but just because it's the only thing around. Well, I booked a place called, what was it? It was in the middle of a very rural place in La Plata, Missouri. And it was a place called the Station, and it was train themed. It was $100 a night. And I said, this could be interesting. When I tell you, it is one of the nicest hotels I've ever stayed at. It was amazing. So clean. Everything was train themed. I felt like my inner Sheldon.
Themed?
And then train themed. And then to make matters even better, there was a Casey's next door. So not only was I staying in this nice hotel that was clean and had a railroad crossing in front of it, but I got to have my chicken sandwich and my pizza too.
Wow.
It was the best 24 hours of storm chasing this year, even though I got no storms. I just sat there in my little zero gravity chair eating a chicken sandwich, typing about how smart Broyles is for my book.
Well, Kelsey, I do not smell like corn sweat, okay? I don't know what the hell you're even saying, okay? Stop spamming that in the chat. Have you ever smelled corn sweat, Andrew? I mean, Cappucci, what in the world is going on? What is that?
So
Show it. It's
best
corn.
friend Tess got me this. It's corn. Apparently, and it had not come to my attention. Apparently, I talk about evapotranspiration and corn a lot to my non-weather friends. I didn't realize that, but apparently I'm known for yammering about corn sweat when no one else cares. Well, Tess bought me this, and I think it's a corn labubu.
A corn
And-
what?
Oh.
Labobo?
Labubu. Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what that means. Why is it look? I'll be honest. I'm not liking that facial expression. Okay, it's kind of it's looking a little devious. Like it doesn't sound good.
No, you know, I've thrown it away 7 times now, and it just keeps reappearing on the table right over there. And every time it's facing me.
That's I'll be honest, that kind of freaks me out a little bit. Okay. I don't carry
I don't blame you.
in my house, I don't have any dolls, I don't have any figurines, I don't have anything with eyes that could possibly become alive and kill me at night. I just don't.
have an opportunity for you.
Oh no. I don't like this. Andrew, do you have any dolls or anything around your house?
No, I don't.
Brady, I have a present for you.
No.
This Brady, you need one of these. Send me your address. This is a limited edition. There's only one of them. This is a limited edition.
No.
Cappucci bobblehead.
Oh my gosh.
Now, if it makes you uncomfortable, believe me, it makes me uncomfortable too. It makes me very uncomfortable. That's why it's in a box. It has not been taken out of its box. My mother, I love my mother. She just turned 60, so she's just getting to the age where she'll see advertisements for things online and be like, that'll be a cute gift.
How many of those do you
For
have?
some reason, one. And that's one too many. For some reason, again, God love her. She's the sweetest person in the whole world. But she decided, what would be a good random Christmas gift for me? A bobblehead of myself. And it makes me so uncomfortable.
Oh my god.
So it lives in its box. But I can't throw it away. And I can't give it to anyone because what am I going to do? Hey, here's a bobblehead of me. Good luck. No, I can't throw it away because that would make her sad. And also
you just never know what you're going to get. You know, you said you got that from your mom.
And again, sweetest lady ever. Yeah. You saw that I took her to storm chasing Nebraska,
I did.
right?
I saw her trying to take a picture of a storm and she couldn't unlock her phone. Unfortunately,
I only found that combing through dash cam footage the other day, and I'm looking, and like there we are, intent. Oh yeah, you probably have it better on mine.
I'll make it big. I'll make it big on mine. How long ago did you tweet that? A couple of days.
This was, let's see, this was yesterday morning. So like there we are, intently 3 or 4 more. Yeah, right there. We're intently taking pictures of the tornado, and I look on her phone and. She has a picture of our late dog Noodles.
She's trying. She's trying her hardest to take a picture, and that's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. Meanwhile,
that is not a flattering
you're
picture
locked
of me
in.
either.
Who's taking the picture of her?
Oh, that's like a side. I called it the Kathleen cam. I put that in the corner. But you know the nicest thing? So I joked on Twitter. I joked on Twitter that I was going to take my mother to the boot barn because she's never been anywhere from not on the East Coast or the West Coast. Like she's never been to typically considered rural areas of America. So it was going to be a new experience for her. And I joked and like, yeah, we'll take you to the boot barn. I never knew Boot Barn was a chain. And so from the My Radar account,
I've never heard of that ever.
Okay, well, Boot Barn apparently has 600 plus locations. I didn't know any of this. I just tweet from the My Radar account. You know, Matthew's mother, Kathleen, came out. Matthew said he was going to take her to the Boot Barn. Instead, he drove her next to a tornado. Here's the video. And I thought it was a funny caption. And it was. She never got to go to Boot Barn. Well, the Boot Barn reaches out and is like, hey, we're so happy Kathleen got to see her tornado. Sorry she didn't get to go to the Boot Barn. Send us her address. We'll send her boots.
What? Are you kidding me?
Hell yeah. And then they're like, by the way, send us your address. So I get this package.
Oh.
I get this package in the mail. And mind you, I live in Washington, D.C. got cowboy boots.
Unbelievable.
And you know what? The only person I know who wears cowboy boots is Bryce.
Yes.
But I tried these on. My God, they are so comfortable. Like, I was literally, I looked like a crazy person. I was sitting in my horrible haunted couch. I bought a couch from Amazon for $198 a couple years ago. And because I'm a cheap bastard. And it's been sagging like this for years.
Oh.
Like, my chair is like sunken in, and I don't weigh that much, but I've like bowed in this couch. Well, anyway, I was sitting there on this horrible couch working on my book. I was wearing like gray sweatpants, a t-shirt, and my cowboy boots because they were so comfortable. I'm sure I looked crazy, but they were comfy.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I don't know how you do it, Cappucci. I've been begging this bidet sponsor to sponsor me for over a year, and they won't respond to me. I even submitted a support ticket saying my bidet was broken, and then when I got them on the phone, they hung up on me because I was like, hello, my bidet is broken. Do you want to sponsor me? Click. They hung up. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and submit a second support ticket. I'm probably going to call them live on stream. Like, I don't understand how you get that. Maybe you have to get a certain level of status, but I need that because I would love boots. Maybe a free bidet here or there. That's all I'm asking. It's not a high bar, okay? It's not a high bar. But
I was going to say, when I first started the Washington Post, they sent me an informal email saying that I was not allowed to solicit or accept gifts. I'm like, what are you talking about? And it was because on one of my first radio hits, I had said something like, if you like today's weather, send me a tip. I like chocolate cake, as a joke, because this was coming out after like a bunch of storms and people were complaining to me about how stormy it was. I'm like, I don't make the weather. So I was like, by that logic, today was perfect. I take full credit. So I jokingly said, like, yeah, I like chocolate cake. Well, a bakery made me a delicious chocolate cake and sent it to me at the Washington Post. And the mailroom brought it up to me and just plopped it down on my desk. This was like, it was my first real job, and I was just sitting there at my cubicle eating my chocolate cake with a fork. And then the head boss came over and was like, you're not allowed to take or accept gifts. And I was like, yeah, but I do it again.
Yeah. Oh, Andrew, have you ever gotten free boots or free bidet?
No, unfortunately not. No.
Hey, if Stormnet keeps cooking, I mean, you're probably gonna have, just do me this. If we add ads to Stormnet, at least make them like funny ads or bidet ads or something where I can watch them and be like, ooh, like what's going on here?
Yeah, that's funny. I don't think we're gonna have ads anytime soon, actually. So that's...
I like it. Taking the Facebook approach, we've got to make it cool. We've got to keep it free. I like that. It's pretty.
I'm still convinced it's magic.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. So just a checkup here on the radar. Just want to give everyone a quick update. And I know, Andrew, I said 30 minutes. I tend to do this where it just goes over. So you can drop whenever you want.
Yeah, I'm about to run.
Okay. Wait, what'd you say?
I said I'm about to run.
Andrew, thank you so much for joining the stream, my friend. For those that don't know Andrew, how can people follow you on social media? How can people find Stormnet? I'm sure everyone already knows, but just in case there's someone here that doesn't, how can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me, Brady, at Brady_WS.
Whoa, Brady, that's me.
Yeah, that's on X, Twitter. You can also find Stormnet at stormnet.ai or the Stormnet mobile app on Apple and Android.
Fantastic. You got to appreciate a brother Brady in the chat because you don't get a lot of Bradys. I'm gonna go ahead and spam. Now you don't have a YouTube channel, do you?
No, not right now, not yet.
Fantastic. Hey, I'll just say this: you could cook. I mean, if you make Stormnet kind of talk, he could run his own stream. But this is Andrew's Twitter account, guys. I just put it in the chat, so please, if you do not go follow him, which the majority of you probably are, but if you do not go follow him, I will find you and I will ban you, okay? So, Andrew, if we might have to talk after this and see how many new followers you get, because if you don't follow him on all of his social media platforms, along with Stormnet, I'm going to ban you, okay? Because I can do that. That's just how we roll here on the channel. So, Andrew, thank you for joining us tonight. And massive W to Andrew and massive W to Stormnet. I'm going to go ahead and paste the link to the Stormnet in the chat as well. Andrew, thank you for joining us tonight. You're always welcome back here on the Big Weller Show. W in chat, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, and thanks for all the kind words. It was great getting to know each one of you, Cappucci and Brady. Nice
Andrew, it's well deserved.
Are you going to Chaser Summit, by the way? I know you have to run, but are you going to Chaser Summit?
Maybe, probably, most likely. I didn't go last year.
Good.
I couldn't make it last year, but I think I'll try to make it next year.
Not to sound weird, but I have like a small list of people who it's on my bucket list to like meet in this field, and you're on there. So, you know,
okay, yeah, I want to meet you too. So,
I'm overrated.
If you don't show up, I will ban you. Okay, you better be there. Okay.
Well, I will see you in February.
All right, yeah, that sounds good. It was nice to meet you all.
Andrew, thank you for joining the stream, and I'm sure we'll see you in the future here on this channel. Thank you for joining us. Right. W Andrew in the chat and W Stormnet. See you on the next one, Andrew.
See you.
Oh, mama. Oh, wait, he forgot to disconnect. All right, I've removed him. There was one time where someone actually, I think it was Dwayne DL Scales, joined the stream, and then he didn't. I was live for another 4 hours. He didn't disconnect for another 4 hours. So his camera, he just left like his camera because he was door dashing. He just left his phone like on the floorboard in his car, and I just kept like pulling him up, like, oh, where's Dwayne? which was pretty hilarious. But that's what we got. So it's a great show tonight, Cappucci. I mean, we still do have a couple of tornado warnings in effect. You got your food on the way. I was just looking at the Wawa menu there, and it looked pretty. Honestly, it looked a little mid. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. But
you gotta go during Hoagie Fest.
I know, I get it, but I'm just like, you could do Wendy's, you could do Chick-fil-A, you could do, all these other.
Chick-fil-A.
That's what I'm saying. But a gas station,
Chick-fil-A.
I just
My
don't
boss
know.
lectures me all the time about like Chick-fil-A this and the politics. I'm like, the chickens aren't homophobic.
Exactly.
I'm eating them. They're delicious.
Exactly.
Right?
You have to pay attention.
I don't give a damn. The chickens are yummy.
And you
I'll eat
cannot
anything that's
argue.
yummy.
They have the best customer experience, hands down, of every fast food. You walk up, they smile, they're shaking your hand, they're giving you a pat on the back, they're saying, my pleasure. They're saying, how's your day? I mean, it's just, and you're in and out. You're not waiting in any lines. If the line's long, you're getting through in 10 minutes max.
Hell yeah. I think Chick-fil-A should be in charge of TSA and elections. Because if TSA was handled by Chick-fil-A, we would be in and on the plane in like 5 minutes. The elections, it would not take weeks to count ballots. Chick-fil-A could have it done in an afternoon with spare time, and we'd all get like free sauce or something in the mail right afterwards, and probably a survey. It would be great.
I've never heard that put that way before. That is so true. Just have Chick-fil-A, do TSA, maybe water parks too. Throw like amusement parks in there as well. I don't want any more fast pass bull crap. Like, just get me on the ride in 10 minutes. I don't want to wait 2 hours for the ride. So that is, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of, what do the kids say? Peak? Chat, help me out here. What do the kids say? That's goated? Peak?
It's part of my platform. When I run for office down the road, I will hire someone from Chick-fil-A.
You should hire an intern from Chick-fil-A. Just Cappucci's Chick-fil-A intern. And part of their job could be to get you Chick-fil-A, so you don't have to order Wawa. Just saying.
I want an intern, but I don't need an intern. I just need someone to remember stuff for me.
That's an intern. I mean, that's you don't have to pay the intern. It could be like what the National Weather Service does. Just do an unpaid internship for 7 years.
Yeah, I just need like a better memory, and I just need someone who will like every time I get distracted, just like throw something at me and be like, get back to work. Like, I need negative reinforcement so I'm more productive.
You could program a bot to do that pretty easily. Yeah, you could do that.
Probably true.
Very easily. We still do have one tornado warning, guys, and it's for that same storm, Cappucci, that we looked at earlier in the stream. The good news is I think our rotation has weakened significantly. It was for that bookend vortex, just continually trying to spin here near Castlewood. But it does look like finally we could just be getting further away from the radar, but it does look like these winds are starting to die down, although we still do have warnings for 70 miles. Actually, I also think the radar is getting almost perpendicular to this. So
Yeah.
we could be kind of losing some of that, some of the angle there, which
That's
would
a good point.
which would give a kind of a false case of, if you look at the radar in Minneapolis, this gives a pretty good idea about the winds at the higher levels. You know, they're still fairly, you know, you got 40, 50, 60. So we still got some pretty good winds there. Although compared to what we had an hour ago, this was when it was in Castlewood. Things are looking a little bit better than it did just a little bit ago. So Wisconsin and Minnesota, we are going to get some storms later on tonight. It's going to be interesting to see how long these things stay together. I mean, they're kind of moving towards Minneapolis, these little ridge rider patterns. But I mean, Cappucci, it's been, you know, this is the heat wave, the ridge riders, what do they call it? The heat dome, all these different weather terms. It's just kind of hilarious now. We're just kind of pick your weather term. What's your favorite weather term for the heat dome that we have ongoing in the United States?
I like ridge riders. I find ridge riders. So for the folks at home, the ridge riders are the storm complexes that straddle the northern periphery of the ridge. The ridge, our heat dome, is a sprawling regime of high pressure with hot sinking air. And beneath the heat dome, that sinking air squashes any attempts at storm formation. But along the edges, you have just enough of that heat, the instability, storm fuel, the moisture for storms to form. And because the jet stream, the river of winds in the upper atmosphere, has been bowed north by this dome of high pressure like a magic force field, there's plenty of wind energy. That's why we get so many windy storm complexes. And in this case, it's like a conveyor belt, a highway of sorts with repeated rounds of storminess. Even last night in Vermont, New Hampshire, I know they got a ton of storminess. And my friend Tyler Jankowski was busy doing coverage until like 1, 2 in the morning with some pretty nasty winds that worked through in the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont. But yeah, I almost like these ridge rider storms too, because when we get them in the DC area, they always seem to produce prolific lightning. Yeah. And I enjoy watching nature's fireworks much more than artificial fireworks.
I do too. I also don't understand when people are like videoing fireworks. I'm like, hey, like, what are you doing? You think you're going to enjoy videotaping fireworks more than you're going to enjoy just watching them there? Like, what are you going to do? I've never seen anyone rewatch their crappy fireworks videos. I'm sorry. When you go to see fireworks, people, just watch them. Do not video them, okay? Because it's a waste. It's annoying. It's a waste. No one wants to see your phone light, and you are never going to watch it ever again in your entire life. It's a pet peeve of mine.
It's right up there with the people who feel the need to post an entire concert to their Instagram or Snapchat story.
Gosh.
That to me, just like straight to jail.
Yeah, I've never been to a concert before. And I'll be honest, I don't know if I will now, because every video that I see from a concert is just people just go like this. They're just holding up their phone. And I'm like, dude, if I wanted to see the concert from your phone, I'll just listen to the song on Spotify. Like it pisses me off. Like I don't know if I'll ever go to a concert because of that.
Oh, I think conscripted is the right word. I got dragged to a concert about 2 years ago, and it was with my best friend, Tess, and a few other friends. And one of these friends, Tess signed me up for it. I did not go willingly. So I get pulled into this concert, and it was at the Kennedy Center here in Washington, D.C. And I'm told it's like some sort of jazz thing.
Oh, no.
I didn't know what to expect. Oh, okay. So you see where this is going.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I show up, and I swear that the 5 people on stage have never met. They've never rehearsed together. They've never interacted. They're all playing just completely independently. It was a cacophony of just clamorous sounds. I'm pretty sure one lady was just playing like the wind chimes.
Oh,
Another guy was.
How many nose rings do we have? How many nose rings do we have there? I would argue probably at least 2.
Oh, some were hula hoop sized, and I swear, like one person had a frying pan, and then another woman was just vocalizing, like making sound effects, but they weren't good sound effects. I could make better sound effects if I tried. And the friend who dragged us all is sitting there looking enraptured, just paying attention, being like, wow, And the rest of us are like, is this a joke? Finally, after an hour and a half, it ends. And I'm like, all right, time to go.
No.
And my friend's like, okay, see you in 15 minutes. I'm like, what are you talking about? It was just intermission.
No. Oh my
I left.
God. That's hell.
I left. I will support my friends, but my time is too valuable to listen to somebody tweet.
No. Yeah, that's a problem.
They've never met. They weren't even looking at each other.
That should be.
They were just like facing opposite directions.
Oh my God. I can picture it now. I mean, that is like something out of a South Park episode. And I would actually argue that probably happens more than we think. Just these,
because it's become such a meme with my friends. I still have the ticket to this insane.
How old were the musicians? My guess is they were probably in their 20s, right?
I don't know. They're like those people that transcend age.
Oh, and I see. Like, I like art. I respect art. I respect music. But there's parts of art, there's parts of music where I'm just like, can we just let's just not put that out there. Let's not put that sound out there. Let's not put that art out there, because the world doesn't need to see it. Okay, it's just something like that. The world doesn't need to see that, right? We just don't. We don't need to hear that. I don't know. You're actually convincing me to not go to any concerts ever in my entire life.
Well, what you need to do. I'm not a big art person either. Like you, I'm a science person. Art, I can appreciate if you do a good job, but if it's just like those crazy rich people who throw a line on a canvas and get it appraised for $25 million for money laundering, then no, it does nothing for me. I went to a chair museum once. Tess and I were in Belgium a few years ago.
A chair museum.
Oh, a museum of chairs. And I have pictures. I got to set the scene. So we went to a place called Atomium. She had found it was amazing. This, I don't remember.
What's the place called? I'm going to find it.
Atomium. It's spelled like Adam Yum.
Oh my God.
But Atomium. And it was so cool. She had gotten these museum tickets, and we went to the top of this amazing structure. Once you find it and pull it up, you'll see it. It was just like incredible architecture, a really cool place. So we're at Atomium. And we had a really nice lunch there. And the view around Belgium was super cool. A little bit south of Brussels. And then on our way
it was overseas.
To the train station. Yeah, this was in Belgium.
Okay.
And I had to go there for waffle-related reasons. But on our way to the metro afterwards, we see this museum and we had time to kill. So we're like, let's go in. And it was free. And it was a museum of chairs. Now, I like chairs. I use them every day. The extent of my relationship with chairs, but I decided, how could I spice this up a little more? And I decided to do my best chair impression. Oh yeah, okay. So that's the structure we went into. It was so cool, and it's the size of the Statue of Liberty. It's huge.
Wow,
it was really cool inside. So we went to a restaurant at the top of that. It's surprisingly tall, but I decided that if I was going to appreciate the art, I had to become one with the art. So, I got to turn the light off so you can see. So this is me at the chair museum. One chair, two chairs. Oh, it gets way better. 3 chairs.
Oh, no.
I don't know why this chair capsized.
Oh no. Oh my.
Surprisingly nimble.
Wait. That's like exorcism stuff. I mean, that's like,
oh yeah,
I'll see that in my nightmares. Oh no.
This chair, I think this was a lamp or a sad chair.
Flexible.
I was going to say that's one of my best. This was like yoga. I don't know what this chair was or why this chair was so upset or why the chair had eyes.
I'll never.
This chair. No. Oh yeah. This chair was difficult. This chair just looked sad and uncomfortable. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. That's like a pull chair.
Yeah.
Like a pull chair.
This one was difficult. I'm not very flexible to begin with.
Where would you sit on that one?
Right? This is a beanbag. So the only thing for me was just to cover myself.
Oh.
My impression of a beanbag chair.
Oh, no.
Elite.
Oh.
I was also very good cactus. Where's the other one?
Cactus chair? What the hell was that one? Oh, my.
I can't show that one because.
Wait, so that was all. So that was all in these orbs.
Oh no, this was down the street from that building. This is me. There's a garden gnome like table or chair, and I thought I rocked that one. So suffice to say, I'm a joy to go to museums with.
Wow.
Mainly because I just don't behave.
I would listen. To go to museums, like I would have to do that. So if you ever go to any museum, just let me know because I have a very short attention span, and if I'm not being entertained, that's a problem. That's a chair.
My impression.
Where's the chair?
Oh no, this is a picture. This is just like this is a different museum. I again got dragged to an art museum. You can see there's a running theme.
Yes.
I got dragged to an art museum and I decided to become the art.
I would have to, you know what? I would go to a museum with you. I don't go to museums very often. I don't hate them. You got to have something entertaining to do. I would need to do that at a museum because, you know, I wouldn't destroy the art. You don't want to destroy the art. The people that are doing the destroying the art these days, those people are chalked. But I would have to do something like something like that. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty epic. Chat. So. Have you been to a museum in the chat? Go ahead and tell me in the chat what museums you've been to. I'm curious to hear from you. What do you think the best museum in the world is? What's the worst museum you've ever been to? I think the chair museum, I think that one would be kind of fun. I'm going to be quite honest. That museum would be kind of fun.
It was pretty fun. In retrospect, it probably would have been even more fun with a few espresso martinis. But the chair museum was pretty fun. What other museums have I been to? Oh, wait, do I have the Coca Museum picture?
Oh, no.
I don't know if I should show that, but it's funny.
No. Have you been to a corn museum? I feel like there's got to be a corn museum. There's got to be something like that. While Cappucci's pulling that up, I do think our only tornado warning right now is going to be allowed to, the storm's already out of it. So this warning is going to expire in 7 minutes. They probably already should have expired it, to be quite honest. But our tornado warning is likely. We do have this storm up here as well that has winds. I would be shocked if this isn't more than 60 because this is a classic MCS, almost like look at the Boeing structure on that. I mean, that looks like almost like MCV type stuff, but winds aren't that strong, to be quite honest with you, at least on the radar. It's almost like gusting itself out with that. You can see the outflow boundary. Look at that out in front of it right there. Got that little outflow boundary that's moving through, which is probably kind of killing the storm there. But
yeah. In the meantime, I'm going to have to run just because my DoorDash is almost here and I should probably shower after my run.
Probably.
So I'm not crabby.
Guys,
corn sweaty.
Cappucci, massive W to Cappucci. I want to see those W Cappuccis fly in chat. Obviously, Cappucci, you can follow him on all the social medias. I'm sure you guys are already following him on every single social media, but mods, go ahead and put that in the chat. Cappucci. Last question. Are you working on a lot of new things? You've got also, by the way, I tried to get Sean on tonight's episode. The storm chick. I was like, Cappucci's joining. You want to join? He was like, I'd rather not. But what are you most excited about? What's like the thing that you're about to, drop on the weather community?
I'm excited about many different things. I have 3 or 4 long form editorial pieces I'm working on for my radar.
And your book.
I plan to release those. And my book, yeah. I plan to release the editorial pieces sometime in August, late July, early August. My goal is that when I'm not in the office, people don't notice that I'm missing because I have enough stuff stocked up. So I'll be gone for like 18 days in August on vacation for the eclipse in Spain. And I'm going to Sicily because I want to eat pizza. But
you're just going for the pizza?
Pretty much. And I might go to Mount Etna.
I want some pizza.
I'll bring you some. Oh. I'm going to Gibraltar because I want to see the giant rock in the Levanter cloud. So I booked a hotel on the rock. And then I have like 17 or 18 people joining me in Spain. And I've organized a meteor cruise and all sorts of stuff. And I'll be there for the eclipse.
Oh, don't do anything to piss off Spain in the meantime.
Spain loves me. And I have to give a presentation in Spanish. So that'll be interesting. I have to learn all my astronomy words in advance. But that will be fun. Until then, though, I have like 8 or 9 long-form pieces I'm producing for my radar, in addition to all the Eclipse content. But that will be coming out in a few weeks. And then, of course, the book. The book is actually being published. I wanted to find a publisher in Oklahoma to make it truly a tornado book. And I was very pleased that the first publisher I reached out to at the University of Oklahoma immediately said yes. And so it will be published in, I believe, early 2028. But because it's through the university, everything has to go through peer review, which means that I have to, which is great. Like, I don't think they're going to find anything wrong, as not to sound problematic, but like, I'm being very careful with the science. But as a formality, it has to go through peer review. As such, I have to have it in by July 30th of this year. I still have 41,000 words to write, which, every night I'll be up until 3 a.m. pretty much
You
until
have 41.
then.
Wait. How do you know you have that many words? Like, if you it has to be a certain length. Is that why?
We're targeting 85,000 to 90,000 words. I've written more than half. That's a lot of words. It's about, if you were to type in a Word document, it's about 200, 250 pages, give or take.
Single space.
It'll be a roughly 350 to 400 word book. We have a top-notch science illustrator named Stephanie Hathaway who's going to be doing the illustrations. I've worked with her before. She's just a wonderful person and incredibly talented. But I'm excited about this book because I dare say it's the book that doesn't exist yet. It's so deeply scientific. Everybody, no matter how far in meteorology you are, will learn something, whether it be something quirky, something interesting, something new, something oddly specific that is random that I know. Everyone will learn something. It's meant for all audiences, and I think it's a book that we've all needed for a long time. So it'll be coming out in early 2028. It's called Everything You've Ever Wanted to Know About Tornadoes, and it has some great names in there.
Are you going to put any like Easter eggs? You got to put some Easter eggs in there. I always love, like, if I ever wrote a book like that, I would just have like a couple Easter eggs that, only me and my crew knew about. And then, just say, but that's pretty cool, Cappucci. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know, I don't even know where I would start how to write a book. And and this isn't even your first book. I mean, I will say I do not envy the 85,000 words. I mean, I've never typed that many words in my entire life. So that's wild.
I'm not good at taking time off. Like, I like to be busy 24/7.
You need to. When you came on, when you were on the last show, I was like, dude, he looks like he's gonna die. I mean, you look like the last show. I think you just woke up. I was like, dude, he looks rough. Like, you need to take. I know, like, we both love weather. You even have to take a break from weather. I go to Florida all the time. You just got to take a break.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to. The book's due on the 30th. My flight is literally at 5 p.m. on the 30th. And I'm just going to shut my laptop and send off the book. And then it's not my problem for a little while. And then I go to Spain. That'll be fun.
Turn off the email, turn off the social media. Well, I mean, you could still do social media, but like, just turn it off. Turn off the replies. Yeah. We don't need to reply to any conspiracy theorists while we're there. We don't need.
Did you like the picture I posted?
I do. I love it all. But you to take a break. You actually need to take a break. And I'm telling you, go enjoy it. And as always, Cappucci, thank you for coming on this stream. Go enjoy your Wawa. A little suspect of that, but. Enjoy it. Thank you for coming on, Cappucci, and you're the freaking best. You're the man. W in chat for Cappucci. See you on the next one, Cappucci.
I'll see you. Thanks again.
Peace. By the way, Andrew is still backstage, by the way.
He's a good guy.
He's still backstage.
So talented.
He's on his laptop. Oh, there goes Cappucci. All right, I won't pull Andrew back in, but Andrew's computer is still backstage. No, I don't need hair restoration. That is a fact. Chat, where do I need hair restoration? Look at my hair. It's fine. It's fine. I do have to use the restroom real quick. So behave while I'm gone. Okay. You behave in the chat. And I will be right back. Don't move a muscle. Wow, that is massive. Oh, no. Brady, what is that giant bald spot? Okay. Okay. Where is it? Where's the bald spot? Huh? Where? Oh. My neck. Whew. How is Mason still here? Mason is on a plane. We do have our Soix Falls brethren. Hey, my Soix Falls brethren, did I not tell you something was going to build to the south? Did I not tell you? I told you something was going to build to your south, and look, there it is. Soix Falls brethren say, will I see bad weather tonight? I said yes, and you are now a yes. The storm might go to your south, but you still are going to see some bad weather. Our Milwaukee brethren. We don't have it. I know we have some people. Wait, who's this? Oh, that's not mine. We do have some people. I thought we had. Where's our McWonga brethren? We got to do we got to check in. McWonga, where are you? All right, sorry. I didn't mean to. That is massive. Holly, welcome to the family. Well, Holly's been here a long time. If you want to report your location on the front, thank you all for the donations early in the stream. I didn't mean to poo-poo the donations. I was very happy. Oh, no. Oh, no. So thank you. But with Cappucci, I had to shut off that bot for just a second. But the bot is back on. We rebooted Jim bot. Do you guys like that, by the way? Hey, is the 4th going to be rained out at Morehead City? And by the way, if you send me dolls in my P.O. box, guys, I will get rid of them. I will. Someone reporting in from, I just got my new cat today. His name is, His name is Huge. Crocky, thanks for the bloody donation, mate. A dingo eating my baby. That has to be Stu. Our Ohio brethren. Carol says, I just got to use my new Weatherfront app to track the storm that moved through here. I love the app. Love you all too. Thank you, Carol. Carol, where did the storm move through? I forget. Notice I'm being nice tonight. Wow, Jan is being nice tonight in Iowa. I've noticed, Jan. I've noticed. You're being very nice. Let's see if I can find a camera here. Let's see if I can find a camera from this storm. Wow, this radar is so delayed. I think. It's near Milwaukee now. Let's see. Stream not available. Stream not available. Okay. This might have been a mass power outage here. It just says stream not available. It's chalked. Oh, look at this. Scary skies. And you can just see the road. Fantastic. Fantastic. Chat, what do you think of today's show? I thought it was a good show. I thought we learned a lot together. It's kind of a breath of breath air. Outer Banks area. Let's see. Look at this. This is a nasty little severe thunderstorm coming towards north near Slinger and Jackson and Menominee Falls. Ooh, mama. Is Connor isn't chasing today, right? Connor isn't chasing. If it's your first time here, by the way, please let me know in the chat. We have a lot of our regulars, but we have less than what we normally get. I think that's, yeah. Do we have anything in Kansas? Oh, we do. Look at this. Oh, my. The good news, guys, we are down to 0 tornado warnings. 0. Which is just fantastic. Just fantastic. Let's see. Oh, is the 4th going to be rained out for the fireworks at 9 p.m.? Our brethren here in North Carolina. Let's see. See, this is the great thing about this stream is I can give you guys forecasts. Today was one of the best. I enjoyed the science talk. Wow. Thank you. We did have to turn Jimbot off for a little bit, but now Jimbot is back on, which is fantastic news. The 3rd looks pretty good. The 4th also looks pretty good. Let me see the Rufus. Keep in mind the Rufus tends to overdo the stuff. It looks like you're going to be pretty good. What the hell is that? What the hell did you just send, R. Patterson? What is that? What was that? Did you guys just see that in the chat? Someone was drinking chocolate. It was like a weird looking thing drinking chocolate in the chat. Like hot chocolate. What the hell was that? Spage. Jimbot is the bot you hear when you do the donations. It's a program, a bot that I have. You should be pretty good. I think a lot of the storms are going to be inland, in western. If you're here, though, if you're this dot, you're the best, Brady. Is that Carol? If this is Carol, if this is you, then not looking too great for you. Pittsburgh, brother. Okay. It's so dang hot. Milk was a bad choice. That's right. Let's see. Brian. All of Western New York for tomorrow. Let's see. Slight risk in Western New York for tomorrow. Let's see. I think what's going to happen, the kind of the left, what guys, what you always have in this pattern, like Cappucci was talking about earlier. Ridge riders. Here's your ridge of high pressure. You get the winds working around like this, and they push up. And then they push all this instability to the north. And then you get kind of natural convergence here. And you get these storms that pop. They're going to pop like here and here and here and here and here. And then they'll just ride along that ridge. Ride. So that's why Western New York, yeah, would not be shocked if you get something tomorrow. You like my drawing? Would you like my drawing? Is that Brother Nails in the chat? Hello, Brother Nails. How are we doing today? Chip, chip, cheerio. Let's see. Yeah, I would not. I know that the HRRR doesn't. It actually kind of has similar to what we had today in Buffalo. Yeah, I do think we're going to have rain tomorrow, raining storms. Yeah, there's going to be, actually, we could get something. Oh, please. Please tell me we get this Saturday night. This would be amazing. Or this is Friday night. Oh, mama. Could be a banger night for me here in Ohio. Like that. Yeah, because what we have, guys, during the day, look at this. The Cape values are going to be insane, which we still have sinking motion, so a lot of this won't be realized, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Angela Riley, I think you're behind. I think Angela is like 30 minutes behind. She just said W. Andrew. That is at least 30 minutes behind. So many days behind in Discord. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. You guys gotta give me an idea about where to focus. Better chase it. It's gonna be 1 a.m. Mason, there's no way I'm chasing that. It's 1 a.m. and there's no chance of a tornado. Love your shades, dude. Thank you, Chris. Brother Chris. Thank you, my friend. Disconnect eats chalk for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay. Discord on stream meeting. Okay, I'll show a little bit of Discord here because the weather has calmed down. We have 0 tornado warnings in the entire United States. Let's go back to the radar real quick. Let me just see. 0. Oh no, am I lagging? I think we're good. I sure hope so, Brian. Right now, we're kind of in the middle of the high pressure. So I don't know if I believe it. Oh no, I gotta sneeze. Someone just sent. What? Laughing disco? Oh, I don't even know what that is. Sent makeup brush? What? Guys, can we just... I don't even know what the hell these things are. If you guys are going to send makeup brushes, just send super chats. Because I have no clue what the hell those things are. Sent a Sunday... Okay. Thank you for the jewels. Thank you for your jewels, everyone. Let's see. On-stream media. Let's look at today. Probably should change the title of the stream so people don't just randomly join thinking we have tornado warnings. Let's see. Oops. Okay. There we go. Wait. All right, we're going to go. Oh, no. Wow, Jan got an awesome intercept. That's pretty epic, Jan. Let's take a look. Okay. Vote Bud in the mod election. That's right, chat. The campaign starts now. So all of our mods that are going to be applying to become a mod, the campaign to become a mod starts now. So start campaigning the people for you guys, for yourself. Bud, it seems like the message here that Bud wants to let you guys know, he says, I will protect you. I won't let you down. But what are we protecting people from? That's what I want to know. Chrissy, it's the moon. It's the moon. Wait. Oh, no, you can't hear that. You can't hear it. You can't hear it. You can't hear it. Why can't you hear it? Wow.
Oh, dear.
Again?
It's Storm Marbella. Is she taking her first steps? Wow. Storm Marbella. It's Schlag Boy. Schlag Boy was at the no Karens or Kyles for mods, please. Okay. Oh. Look at this.
I'm not gonna stay straight.
Wow. Guys, if you want to submit another application for a mod, let me know. Nails, you want to be mod? Wow, that's crazy, guys. She's walking. Look at that. That's from Edgar. Wow, Jan intercepted Edgar and Ryan. Are you kidding me? W in chat, Jan. That is incredible. That is incredible. Oh no, I'm lagging. Am I lagging? Hello? Oh no. Hello? Can you hear me? Someone tell me if you can hear me. Oh, no. You can hear me a little bit? Okay, just someone, okay, we're good. Okay. You just have to tell me that we're okay. Wow. It's being all choppy and stuff so I can hear you. Okay, I think we're back. It says my connection is better now. Scary Tim, look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful pictures. I really, Tim, I don't like you put these emojis in your name. He's got the pole. He's got the clown. Spadge. Upgrade to a clean. See, this is the kind of stuff that this is good AI. This is good AI. You can't bribe. You could bribe me. You can bribe me. If you would like to bribe me, just do it in the form of a super chat. I am easily bribable. And when it comes down to it, the votes will matter, but also I might just feel it out. Being the supreme leader and all. Vote Bud. I will ban the Wheel of Pain if elected. Wow! Bud is going to try to ban the Wheel of Pain. Good luck with that, Bud. Bald sighting. I don't see what you're talking about. I don't see anything. I can't even get out of this image. Colt. I don't even know what that's trying to say. R. Patterson with the Lutz chips, lemonade chips. I am out. I am out. I am not going to be eating the lemonade chips, R. Patterson. Not even close. By the way, I did give my mom the gift, R. Patterson, and she absolutely loved it. I will send you a picture. If Big Rig is running for a mod, just remember that.
Remember, you need a chalk representative.
Can you wish my dad, Mike Oxmall, a happy birthday? Big poll. I'll do you one better.
Vote for Big Rig today.
I am your average fried chicken-loving, weather-loving Alabama person. And if you vote for me, I will put an end to slop like this in the chat.
Okay, you know what? Someone needs to ban AI from Colt. Colt, there's just some people that shouldn't have access to AI. Okay.
Can I be chopped? Yes. But do I know when to lock in? Also, yes.
Again, a violent tornado is currently in progress.
A vote for me is a vote for a more democratic constitutional cat town. I call for the impeachment of Brady for his unconstitutional use of the Wheel of Pain. I also pledge to release the Darlene files to the public. Vote for me today. Together, we can make Cat Town great again.
Okay. Grandma gets eviction warning. Is this Darlene? I knew it. It's Darlene. This is Darlene. We've found the real Darlene. That's Darlene. That is Darlene Boyles. Right there. Colt saw 1/100th of a tornado. Count it. Count it. It's the moon. Oh. Spooky. Okay. Okay. It's Beaverton Franklin. Disturber of the peace. I don't even know who this is. No mean Brady Harris answers to your questions. Vote Eli for mod in office. Make Stormcat 5's YouTube chat better again. No discouraging language. Oh, no. No spam bots. So it seems like Eli is going to crack the whip and get you in line chat. That seems like that's going to be the mod. Brady versus... Okay. Okay. You want to play that game, chat? You want to play that game? I can play it all night. Who is this? Who posted this? Disturber of the peace. Who is this? Eli. 10 points. 10 points are deducted from Eli. 10 points. I am your supreme leader. I can do whatever I want. 10 points. Gone. I don't even know what the points do, but I'm deducting 10. Kristen, she says our tornado count is tied. No. My tornado count is at 3/4. Okay, that looks like only a quarter. That looks like only a quarter, Kristen. That also looks like another quarter. So that would be a half. Oh no, she put 3 photos. Okay, I guess you were right. We're tied. 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 3. Wow. Finally, a great photo. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Oh. And there's a spider. There's a freaking spider. There's a spider. Oh. Got him. And he's dead. Spider's dead. He's dead. Look at this. Oh, mama. Kristen. Beautiful. But what are we doing? Why'd you put the same photo you already put, and then you put me in the rain? What in the hell are you doing? Holly Pull for moderator for the Stormcat 5 in 2026. She's fair. She's firm. She's respectful. And she shows strong leadership. Stronger together. Calmer in the storm. Vote Holly Pull in 2026. I like the cat. She gets points for the cat. That is 5 points for Holly. I like that. One community, one team, one Stormcat 5. This is good stuff. That's 5 points for Holly. Stu, if you're watching, could you keep track of these points? Colt. Amen. That's 3 points for Colt for the USA flag. This is Darren. This is not AI. This is a drink cooler that my mate bought in Perth, Australia last week. The bald spot is where you put the drink in. Oh, no. Oh, no. Where is the bald spot? Where is the bald spot? Why does that look like me? That looks like me. What the hell is that? The bald spot is where the can goes? You know what? I think I'm going to ban a random person. Okay. Now I'm definitely banning a random person. Elect Mod Colt. Honesty, decency, integrity. Why does it have, and then on the bottom it says Back to the Future starring Michael J. Fox? I don't understand. I don't understand. All right. Stu spun the wheel of pain. So it looks like we've got someone to ban. Mad Pongs. Ban. Temp ban at Mad Pongs. Wait, Mad Poll. Mad Poll. Let's do duration. Gone. 1 day. What? Wow. Soph. That's beautiful. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Colt. Look at that. Big time anvil. Wow. Wow. Big time. It's so hot, even aliens are like, what is this place? Brady, even I think it's too hot. The corn is sweating. That's right. Even the aliens think it's too hot. Yeah. What are you trying to say here, Big Rig? I cooked a meal. Okay. I cooked a meal. And I showed the stream. You're done, Eli. Bye. Gone. R. Patterson. It's this is great. Jerk in the box. Cat. It's Stormcat 102. That's right. We can't see the anvil with all that freedom in the way. Amen. USA, USA. My feet are no longer blue. See? No longer blue. They're not blue anymore. Okay. Okay. Now we're just making okay. No. I'm not a furry. Okay. Tim. Oh yeah. That's incredible. That's incredible. I love that. Look at that cloud base. Oh yeah. Give me some of that. I like that. Joy. Wait, this is Joy's poster. She says, I'm older. The others have plenty more years, but she's honest. She's experienced. She's an underdog. Make her dream come true. Look at all of her cats and dogs. Make her dream come true. Vote Joy 2026. Wow. That is awesome. Wheel of Pain. Let's see who this person is. Stu spun the Wheel of Pain again. Let's see. Oh, Holly. That's... You know what? I won't ban Holly unless... If I don't get a super chat the next 3 minutes, I'm going to ban Holly. If not, I'm banning her for a year. Nails for mod 2026. The Brits are returning. Now that is a good slogan to get behind. Nails for mod 2026. The Brits are returning. Stu, if Nails has not applied yet, we've got to get him on the list. Mamadas, yes, most certainly. All right, you guys have 2 minutes. Okay.
Crikey, thanks for the bloody donation.
Okay, Big Rig, all right.
Dingo eating my baby.
You saved Holly barely. Look at that. Got some nice anvil action there. Oh, look at that. Oh, mama.
At Loon_Stormx super chatted $9.99. Unban Madpongs and Holly now.
Okay, I never banned Holly. Mad Pongs, unfortunately, was not part of this deal. She's got to stay banned for another day. Unfortunately. That's just how this works. I don't make the rules, chat. I just do them.
At WX_Chasin_Mason super chatted $9.99. This isn't a democracy, it's a dictatorship.
Should never have posted that story. I should never have posted it. I knew when I posted it, someone would do something. Oh. Who's off work tomorrow? I am. Thank goodness. R.H. Thompson. Look at this. Oh, mama. Look at that. Oh, my. I just want to dive in there. Whoa. I want to pet the clouds. Good cloud. Good cloud. I want to dive like head first like this. Oh. Whoa. Okay, how do I get... Oh, no. It's locked. Oh, no. Why am I... It won't let me rotate it. Okay, I'm just going to be here. Okay. I can't rotate it. It won't let me rotate it. Wait. My legs. Okay, I'm just going to go like this. Ziggy, taking a hike. Look at this. Oh my. Look at this. This cat is saying something. What is this cat saying? Best caption wins a prize in the chat. You cannot impeach me. I saw that, Angela. You cannot impeach me. I am a... Good job, Carly. The cat is absolutely exclaiming something. What is that cat saying? I thought I had that word banned. Interesting. Let's see. Look at that. Beautiful shot of some storms. Beautiful shot. I am of course, guys, it is not a, thank you, Mason. It is not a surprise here. I am a dictator. I am. Oh, there we go. Okay, let me rotate it. Guys, it's not a surprise. I am the supreme leader. That's just how it is. And I'm just saying, this. You guys can spam free Mad Pong all you want. It's not going to happen. It is kind of going. It is kind of going to the power is kind of going to my head. Let me practice my evil laugh. No, Carly, but you could be the assistant to the regional manager. That's right. All hail Brady.
At the Hammer Shekko super chatted $20. Ban those that put pineapple on pizza.
That's right. You know what? That is true. Anyone that puts pineapple on pizza should be in jail. They should actually go to jail. Like, I'm saying fill the jails up with people that want pineapple on pizza. Just do it. Because the people that want pineapple on pizza, I'm going to be honest with you. Problem. Look. You see Andrew, he's still there. He's still there. Andrew is still there. Tomato is a fruit. I don't know about that one.
Crocky, thanks for the bloody donation, mate. A dingo eating my baby.
Pineapple belongs on pizza. Listen, Art Patterson, you've been right a lot of times. But you're wrong on this one. Pinky Hotbox. Everything on a veggie pizza is a fruit. I agree. I agree. I do have to run soon. Let's see. I actually do have to leave soon. Which means I need to set up a raid. Whoops. Wow. Well, our severe weather we are heading in the right direction. Oh, wait, our Swix Falls brethren. We still have our Swix Falls brethren in the chat. Their thing has gone away. We did have someone from Swix Falls earlier. They are about to get a severe thunderstorm. I called it. It's not going to be a tornado, which is good. But our Swix brethren about to get some winds, gusty winds, 60 miles an hour. They do have tornado possible on this, so just be ready. Thoughts on lab palm rat grown meat debate? Oh, foot cramp. Oh. Oh. Gotta stretch this out. Wait, Storm Chaser Nick, are you still here? I just saw your Twitter post. Oh no. Oh no. My button's not working. Oh. Work, you stupid button. Okay. You know what, Storm Chaser Nick, I'll just be honest with you. I am going to get you back. I'm going to get you back. I don't know how. I don't know when, but I will get you back. Okay? You're cooked. Someone said, Art Patterson said, talk about tomorrow. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Hamma. I think I would rather have blue feet. Let's see. Someone in chat. Eastern Vermont is going to get storms that'll cool us off tomorrow. Tomorrow. Eastern Vermont. I forget which one is New Hampshire, which one is Vermont. This is Burlington, Vermont, Burlington, New Hampshire. Nashua, Vermont, Nashua, New Hampshire. Manchester, I don't know. I forget. Which one is Vermont and which one is New Hampshire? Northeastern Vermont. You're probably too far north. I'm gonna be honest. You might get something. But I do not. I don't know. No, I'm not. East. Yeah, I got you. So yeah, we could, I think if you're in southern Vermont, southern New Hampshire, like this dot here, I don't know who this dot is, but whoever this dot is, you've got a chance of getting something tomorrow. Bro, my buttons are actually cooked. Thank you. There we go. Tomorrow, though, Ohio, from South Dakota all the way into Pennsylvania, you could get some storms. This is a pretty big population here to be under the gun for severe weather tomorrow. The 4th of July, Friday. So it's going to be a potentially should have a very low tornado threat, but lightning is probably your biggest concern. Lightning and wind. Guys, I'm not clicking on her. I'm not clicking on whatever dot that is, okay? The fact that you guys want me to click on it, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I am the supreme leader, okay? I am not clicking on that dot. I'm just not. How do I get a dot? Right here in a banana. Just go to this location, enter your address. Don't worry, I won't dox you. Also enter your social security number too. Just kidding. Welcome, brother. Holly. I thought Holly was already on the channel. So this is Friday. Saturday, more storms are possible. This kind of ridge of high pressure is going to break down a little bit. And the 4th of July also could get more storms. Ohio. From Colorado through Pennsylvania, through the East Coast. I know this is not what you want to hear, but it is what's going to happen. That is what's going to happen. And then even on Sunday, we could get some severe weather here along the East Coast. So we are not, you are not out of the woods. Here's what's going to happen. Here's how 24 hours is going to play out. Storms overnight. It's going to be a stormy night. Jan here in Iowa. Good luck. Good luck sleeping. Stormy night. And then we'll wake up tomorrow. We could have more storms. This is probably going to be a problem throughout the day. This whole line here that's moving through. This is going to be a problem for Northwest Indiana, Southern Michigan, even into Illinois. And then we're going to get something developing in Ohio, too, in Pennsylvania. So anywhere in this axis right here tomorrow. Potentially some fireworks impacts. And chat, do me a favor. Do not film fireworks tomorrow. Just don't do it. Okay? Just don't do it. Filming fireworks, there's no point. There's no point. Do not film any fireworks tomorrow. And then on Saturday, probably going to get some more storms as well. Let's see Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, once again, same axis here. We're going to have stuff that just pops up. This is probably overdoing it because it's the Rufus, but you are almost certainly, if you live in this region, pretty good chance you're going to get some rain on Saturday. Do not film fireworks and send them to me. Don't do it. I hate fireworks videos. It's so stupid. That's right. Mason, do not launch fireworks if you're in Colorado. That is a great idea. Or it's a great idea to not launch fireworks. Carol. Bowden, Georgia. Yeah, there's Carol. I'm not too worried. Maybe this is a lot of noise here. I don't think we're going to have these rain showers that this model is saying. I would say low chance, but it is the summer. And so you could get some little pop-up stuff. You'll get the classic pop-up stuff that you always get down there. So that's what you can expect. We storms in San Diego. I don't think so. It's Lamont, San Diego. Yeah, well, actually, maybe some rain. Interesting. A little disturbance moves through on Saturday. That would be a bit of a damper. There could be some rain on Saturday. San Diego. Okay, I need to set up this. All right, I gotta set up the raid because I gotta go. I have a hockey game that I have to go for. Let me raid. Do we want to raid Will Bratton or do we want to raid WX Cast? WX Cast actually now has more subscribers than I do. Isn't that crazy? Chat, do you guys want to raid? Let's raid Will. Or do you guys want to raid Will or WX Cast? Let's see. Is DL live? I don't think. I don't think so. He was live earlier. Oh, wait, he is live. Okay, we can raid Dwayne, we can raid WXCast, or we can raid We Are Not Your Subjects. Listen, I don't know. I think you might be, DJ. Okay, the chat is all spamming DL. Okay, people want to raid Dwayne. Okay. We will raid Brother Dwayne. Add. Everyone, when you get to Dwayne's chat, just spam Dwayne in the chat. Yes, you are subjected to this. That is correct. You are subjects. You are all subjects. You are all my loyal. Some of you aren't, well, most of you are loyal, but some of you aren't obedient. But you are my loyal subjects. That's right. And I am your supreme leader. Who are you in there? Okay, we're going to raid Dwayne. In the meantime, I'm going to go to my hockey game. And guys, I hope you enjoyed today's show. I really do. I hope you enjoyed today's show. It was a fun show. We a little bit more locked in for this show. We had some great guests that joined the stream. We had some overall, I thought it was a pretty good stream. Make sure to tell your friends about this channel. Also, make sure you hit that. If you're not subscribed, smash the subscribe button. If you don't have your notifications turned on, make sure you hit that bell in the YouTube, that little bell, so that way you get every single ping from me ever. So that way whenever I go live, you get a notification on your phone or whatever that you will have. Also, guys, I would like each of you to have a fantastic 4th of July. And it is the 250th birthday of our country. And we've got it pretty good here. For those that are in the U.S., we've got it pretty good. For those that aren't in the U.S., we've also got it fairly good as well. But we've got it pretty good here in the country. We are blessed to be born in, I would argue, the greatest country in the world. And I want you, this 4th of July, go enjoy it. Go enjoy it with your friends. Go enjoy it with your family. I won't be live. I'll be hanging out with my friends and family. So that is what I would recommend for you to do. Go spend it. Go, disconnect from everything, social media, everything. And go spend some quality time with your friends and family, enjoying our 250th birthday. Wave some flags, launch some fireworks. If you're in Colorado, don't do it if you're in Colorado. And have a great time this 4th of July. I hope each and every one of you has a great night and have a blessed 4th of July. Chat, love each and every one of you. As your supreme leader, I am commanding you to go and have a good time for the 4th of July. And yeah, that's all I got. When you get in Dwayne's chat, actually, what should we spam in Dwayne's chat? Should we spam something to do with like Dwayne, like something to do, some like sort of pun on Dwayne's name and a bald eagle? Like Dwayne the Eagle. Or Dwayne. I want to do like, what's Dwayne and bald eagle together? Dweegle. No. Bald Dwayne. I like that. I like that. Dwayne Eagle. Dweegle. Yeah, you either spam. Yeah, you can spam Dweegle. You can spam Dweegle's pretty good. Or Dwayne Eagle. Eagle Dwayne. Spread Eagle Dwayne. Oh no. You can spam any one of those variations. That is all I got, chat. I'm going to go to hockey. Love you all. Find someone. Tell them you love them. Tell them you care about them. Do something nice for someone today. From all of us here at the Stormcat 5 Command Center, from Stu and Phil and all the other brethren and Cappucci and Andrew, Brother Brady. This is Stormcat 5, and I will see you on the next one. Make sure you spam Dweego. Tonight we fired up the stream once more, talking weather like never before, and rolled in with the forecast flow. Brady and Cappucci, they were stealing the show. Stormnet lit up every screen. One of the coolest tools we've ever seen. Tracking every storm and every flow. Stormnet tonight, oh mama, let's go. Radar spinning, data flying fast. The kind of setup that's built to last. From radar scans to lightning strikes, this is the weather tool that everybody likes. Andrew breaking down every trend. Cappucci forecasting right till the end. Brady locked in with the maps all night, watching storms take shape in sight. The tool was awesome and smooth and clean. One of the best tools we've ever seen. Warnings, models, everything in place, helping us track the severe weather race. Stormnet tonight was shining so bright, making weather tracking feel just right. From storms today to what's ahead, keeping weather's lovers fed. What are we spamming in the chat right now? I don't like it, stop it now. Thank you for watching. Oh no, how do I end the stream? How do I end the stream?